doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
Rockin' and rolling. We have Rocky Bad back in the building again. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you. Last time you were here, we had one of the most phenomenal conversations of all time. I think it went into like the longest interview I've ever done was 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Me and you both didn't believe it when it was over. It was
Right.
3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Great interview. We posted on TikTok and all these social media outlets. You're the first person to get me to 1 million views on any of my interview clips.
Shit.
On TikTok and on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen those, but you got us 10 million, so thank you for that. Before we start, this episode is being sponsored by Ogletree Plumbing and Heating. If you need a licensed plumber to come check out your house, look no further. You can hire my boys at OPH Plumbing and Heating. Now listen, I try to fix my own plumbing and heating sometimes, and it's always the biggest mistake of my life. That's why I started calling OPH Plumbing and Heating. They are professional licensed plumbers. Let the guys who are professionals take care of the job for you. They are located in Detroit, Michigan, and can help service any of your plumbing and heating needs. This episode is also being sponsored by the Look Clothing Company. And if you remember, they're the ones who saved my life during the Cash Doll episode because I had nothing to wear before she pulled up. I literally didn't know what to wear. They pulled up, they threw me a suit, I wore it, and I looked tremendous. Thank you again to the Look Clothing Company. Go check them out. They have multiple locations in Michigan. I think people find a lot of wisdom and a lot of relatability into the stuff you say and how you put yourself out there and how you carry yourself. I was talking to Cash Doll, and she... Where's that picture of her, man? I know it's somewhere in the bag over there. But anyway, she mentioned you in the interview, saying you were one of the people that she recognized starting off in the city as a female rapper. And I always look at that and I go, like, how hard it must have been for you. How hard it must be for any female rapper, but you broke through and you still continue to take your fan base to different levels every year and build and grow. And that's very inspiring to see. But talk a little bit about where you're at right now with your fan base. I know you lost your Instagram, which sucks, and everything like that. It's terrible, tragic, but you still have a super, super strong support system.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like if I put everything into one thing, whether it's one song, one social media platform, one page, whatever the case may be, it's like if it fail and it's not on me, then I'm fucked. So that's why I don't. So it's like, and I really don't care about that neither, because it's just like when you get caught up in that, when it get taken away, you damn near like go crazy. So it's like I never wanted to be like this. So when they took my page, like I wasn't really tripping. I was just like, yeah, this the test right here. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just do it again. So it's like I'm in a situation where people seen that I had X amount of followers, and then for a page to get took and deleted and I gotta start over, I feel like it's stronger now by even having to do it over. Because it's like some people can't do it over. Some people get their page took and they done. So, yeah, you know, I'm just enjoying the process. That's all.
Good bounce back, and obviously just staying motivated and not looking at it like to be a victim of it.
Right, yeah. Because I just feel like if anything, then you just got to work harder, and that same grind that you had to get them, you're going to get them again.
And look, I'm just mad about Instagram because I feel like I'm scared to do stuff. I used to do the silliest shit in like 2017 and 18, and now I'm like, I don't think I could do that no more.
No, yeah, Curtis to tell you, I can't do nothing. I can't even talk how I naturally talk on there, and that's why I just been loving Twitter. Shout out to Twitter. I've been loving Twitter. Yeah, it's like you can do all the wrong shit on Twitter and still not get in trouble. And it's like I'm still getting used to being able to do what I want to do on Twitter, that I'm like, I'm not going to get in trouble if I post this or say this. Like, all right, bet. It's like I damn near filter what I say on Twitter because I'm so used to Instagram, and I still get in trouble on Instagram. So it's like, God damn. But yeah.
It's a tragedy, man. I got so many concepts and ideas. I want to be close to butt naked on Instagram, and I can't do it. Like sometimes I'm like, I'm in my boxers and I know I can post it, but I'm not gonna do it just because I don't know if they're gonna be like, oh, we can see your balls or something. Like I don't want to go through that. Yeah,
and it's irritating when you see somebody else do something that's way past what you would do, and they don't get in trouble for it. It's them are like, well, why they can do this, but if I just do a little bit, like, I'm not even trying to do what they doing. I just wanted to just,
You know what I noticed too is like, I think they know like I know there's a system in Instagram that knows your how close you're teetering with being unsafe, so they pay more attention to your content. Because I know your live gets like shut down a lot too. So it's like somebody has to be like, all right, Rocky Bad's online, Instagram, tap in, make sure she's not doing anything crazy.
Yeah, Curtis definitely he be on my ass about that, and I mean it's actually helping me far as like just understanding that everything can't go my way. I can't just do what the fuck I want to do. I can't say what the fuck I want to say, and it's like, even though I get frustrated with it, because I'm just like, oh my God, this is me. Like, what the fuck? But at the same time, it's like, it's learning when you in that environment, this how you got to carry yourself. When you in this environment, you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. But it's a process, too, because I'm not going to just make it sound like it's just easy. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm learning how to talk on Instagram, talk on Twitter, talk on Facebook. Hell no. Like, I be stressed the fuck out. Like, what did I do? Like, goddamn. But at the same time, it's like when I really do look at the overall picture, it's like I get why they on my ass like that, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna get it together. I'm way better than what I used to be, so it's a start.
It's a responsibility factor because you're the bag, right?
Right.
And so you're responsible for not only yourself but a lot of people.
Right.
So even though sometimes you do want to express yourself in a certain way, you have to think about, well, if I do this and this happens, then all these people are liable, like, and going to get in the same repercussions that I am, which sucks, right? So it's, you're holding a responsibility. Damn, the fucking, that's fire.
Yeah, I told them. I said I came last time with the Bears. I got to run it back.
That's heat. That's heat.
I knew you was going to notice, too.
Of course. It was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, bro, let me get that. Like, trade off. With, your consistency right now, you got songs dropping. It's not like you never let anything stop you from making music. You still continue to make great music. Talk about some of the newer songs that have been releasing, and talk about where the content's coming from, where your lyrics coming from, where's the meaning coming from.
So when I make music, well, I can't even say when I make music because I haven't even released 50% of the type of music I make. So it's like I got a certain catalog that actually make it on to streaming platforms and stuff like that. But in the vault, I got stuff that's like, damn, think of that shit. Like, you do this type of music? You like this type of shit? So, but I take music very seriously. And, that old saying, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. That's me. So, the music that I got out, like, right now, like Ego. Ego was a song that came from like really me going through learning myself, and then I never looked at like even having to learn about an ego. So it's like once I had to go through all that, I went through some deep shit. But when I thought about it, I realized like a lot of shit is like I do be feeling like I'm two different people, like it's Rocky and then it's the real me, September, and then it's like for a moment I was mad at the ego, but the song Ego is just like basically like me embracing my ego, because it's like I could be mad all day at it, but when you really get down to the bottom of why I have this ego is to protect the real me. So that's where that song came from.
You have a song called Karma.
Yeah,
and now
I was
listen,
just about
Karma's
to say,
a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
Now I want to hear your description of Karma, but then also the song itself.
Yeah. So Karma, because in the song I never say the word karma. So basically, like the song is just like you in a relationship or you fucking with somebody, and it's like you just keep coming back to this person, and it's like over and over again. I don't know. It just made me think of like karma, like what comes around goes around. Like you just literally doing the same shit. It's coming back around every time. Like when you break a motherfucker heart that you love, they break yours back. Like, okay, you love this person and they love you back. Like, so it's karma. You feel me? But I wrote that song in 2015 and I recorded that song in 2015. The only thing that's new on there is the rap verse. Yeah, that's actually not even the. I rewrote the song just like a couple months ago, and that's not even it. What I wrote it's not completely different, but it's different from what we put out. But we put out the 2015 version, and I just added the rap verse. But shout out to Curtis again, because
Smart man.
Curtis was the one that really pushed that. Like, hey, don't send me shit else. So I'm sending him all type of other shit. Like, well, still gonna send this, but he's like, no, karma. So.
I'm gonna check your mic real quick, Nick. I think she's facing you. Yeah, I know it's more towards you than me.
Okay.
All right, yeah. If it just sounds like a little off, just make sure you correct it. I need to make sure your voice punches, girl. Because I'm noticing these days, like when you really hear somebody's voice fully, it's more impactful for the listener.
Yeah.
And so I really pay attention to like every single thing I do with production now, like really focusing in on it. Like I said with our last talk, with the TikTok videos and everything like that, I think every single second of it, people were grasping. Like, even when I listened to some of the stuff you were saying on our last interview, I sat there and I was like, holy shit. Like, it influenced me to some degree where I was like, I'm changing the way I look at stuff. Now, karma for me means something else. Karma for me is, because I follow Indian philosophies a lot. And in India, karma just means action. It's something you did, and it's the memory of the action. Not so much that because you did something, that something bad's going to happen to you or good's going to happen to you.
Right.
It's just that was the action. So the more conscious karma you accumulate, which means you are paying attention to your actions, the less it's going to cause turbulence in your system. Versus if you create karma unconsciously, like you do things unconsciously, that's when things probably aren't going to work out the best in your system. But you can see how they can affect a relationship, right? If you handle a relationship unconsciously, then most likely shit's going to get fucked up. Versus like paying attention to what the hell you're actually doing.
Right.
I've been fucking up.
Right.
I've been breaking hearts. I've been fucking, dude. I literally like right now I'm in a position where like there's so many girls who really, really like me, and I'm like, God damn, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to break your heart. I'm so sorry. It's just what. When did I ever tell you it was gonna be something? Well, you know what I'm talking about. You post shit all the time, bro. I seen you. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's crazy though, because I do feel you on that. You feel me? But
you
all
break
of that
hearts
is
like that. I break hearts. I'm a heartbreaker.
I'm not a on purpose heartbreaker.
Same.
Cause like I'm really a love person. Like I really love for real. Like it might seem hard to believe from certain people, but I really do love. But if I break your heart, if I've broken your heart, it wasn't on purpose. So that's why I be feeling like I'm in the clear. Because I feel like some people just be doing shit on purpose. And it's like, nah, if me walking away from you to better myself, break your heart in the process, I don't give a fuck. So, yeah, I be breaking hearts. But it's like, when I do it, it's not to intentionally.
Well, my terms of breaking, I'm more selfish than you. This is my terms on breaking hearts. If you're younger, like if you're like 21, 22, I don't give a damn. Because you got time to figure that out.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in your 30s and I broke your heart, I'm sorry. Because like I wasn't, when I date anybody over 30 or 29, I'm always like, okay, I'm telling you what's going on. Right. I actually got that advice from you. When you said, you're like, look, you got to just tell people up front what it is. Up front,
yeah. Because they gonna rock with whatever.
Yeah.
But if you tell them what it is up front,
yeah. Now listen, when you're 21, 22, I'm lying to you about everything.
They don't like that shit at all. You can tell them what it is, but you better off lying. Like, so you're better off lying. But, sorry. Oh my God, they gonna kill me for that. Bitch, no, we not. But, no, like, honestly, like, I think I'm a too honest type of person when it comes to just dating and even kicking it with somebody, because like sometimes I tell too much of the truth and it's like you ain't have to say all that. But it's like I'm the type of person that I want you to know X, Y, and Z, so that way you don't play dumb and I don't have to. I hate small talk. I hate pointless conversations. So it's like if I can make this conversation cancel out 50 more, then I'm gonna do it. Like we gonna have this talk. We shouldn't have this talk again, but it don't work. But
I figure with females it's a little different only because of the aspect of naturally they develop feelings. So even though you do tell them everything up front, that doesn't matter. Their inner system's still gonna work in the way it works.
No. And I date men and women, so it's like the females, they ain't trying to hear that shit. They don't give a fuck what you talking about. When them feelings feel, they like, fuck what you talking about. I love you. I don't care. Like, yeah, but I can say that about guys too. But guys, they try to act like, well, I'm not gonna say they. You know, I'm just speaking on my experience. But the men that I have experienced, they put on this shell as if they don't have feelings like women do, but they really do. They really do. They just, by them being men, it come off like they don't. Or you will just naturally think like, oh no, I got more feelings or more emotions because I'm a woman. Whole time, like, nah, it's down there like the same. So they be on the same shit.
No, yeah, because I've fallen in love before. It was like the worst experience when the girl didn't want me back. I literally was like, you know, I have scars on. I don't know if you can see this from here.
Yeah,
that's four cigar burn marks. When
you did that to yourself?
Huh? Yeah, 2012.
He was mad.
It was the first time I ever fell in love with a girl that actually like liked me, and then she's like, "Get the fuck away from me!" At one point, 'cause she's like, "I got a man," and I remember I was so numb that I was like, I can't feel anything. So I drink like
trying to feel something.
Yeah, I was like drinking, and then I was like, let me just what? And then you know, at that point, that was the first time I ever experienced love. So I do get what women go through. Like, no, I'm in love with you. Like, I need you in my life constantly.
I mean, I've been in love twice. One with the man, one with the woman. You feel me? So like, I experienced on both ends, and it get deep. Like, it really do get deep, especially when you feel like your heart broke. Yeah. Like, people don't understand. Like, you can really die from having a broken heart. I don't think people know that. Like, that's how much pain that shit can cause. Like, you really can die from that. But yeah, I definitely experienced that, and I've been very upset to the point that I, not on purpose, but I hurt myself literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you really do go numb, and it's like you be a whole nother person that love shit. I think that's why I'm just like, I be chilling now, because I'm just like, listen, y'all want to fall in love with me. This shit is crazy. This shit is dangerous. You can die.
Well, like, I've been seeing this girl for like 8 months now, and I really, really, really do like her.
How she feel about your relationship with KD?
That's like...
that's automatic. Say that's in the description.
Yeah, like that's like prerequisite. You need to know that's what's going on. But I really do like her, and she probably knows what I'm talking about. But I really, really do like her. But I feel like because of all my past experiences, like I was in a relationship for 7 years where I got cheated on like 15 times probably, and I just every single time I just avoid.
Hey, I can't judge because I was in the same position too, but it was with a female, so it made it worse. Like, bro, I will beat you up. Like, I'm catching this bitch all the time. I gotta pull you by your quick weave. Like, bitch, you playing with me? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I got you on so many times by a woman. So
well, it was the first time that I ever. Now I'm looking at it like I keep trying to like her. Not even trying. I do like her, and then I go like, I can't though. No, I can't though. I can't. And I keep finding every reason to not do it. Like, no, this, so I can't do it. And so I remember when my cousin told me that he was trying to date a girl, but she said she has like a shield, and I was like, shield's bullshit, man. If somebody likes you, they like you. Now I realize I do have a shield. Like, I can't let people get close to me like that anymore.
I'm the same way, but that's with anything that I love, because a lot of things I have ever loved got taken away from me. So like, I'm scared to love anything because I'm like, I know it can get took from me. So it's like, maybe if I act like I don't love it like that, if it do go away, it's like I don't care, even though I really do care. It's sick as hell. Yeah. So like, yeah, I know how that feels.
Were you gonna say something else?
Sometimes you gotta just, if you really fuck with her, you feel me, you just gotta go for it.
Leap of faith, right? Just jump into it.
It's like, fuck it. Like, if you really feel like that, then just go for it. Because it's like, what if you don't? And then here it is, another 20 years, and you like, what if? Like, you gonna drive yourself crazy with that what if. And it's like, at least see, if she break your heart or you break her heart, y'all can get that shit over with right now. Fuck it.
I just can't deal with cheating anymore, man. And you know what? Yeah. Like, the more I used to never be like, I'll date a girl that's bisexual. I used to be like, now I'm like, maybe I should, son. Because I'm like, all right, if she's gonna cheat on me with a woman, I think I can get past that.
You know what's crazy? First, the fact that I like both, I don't really say I'm bisexual because it just sounds too freaky. Like, the word bisexual is freaky as fuck. And it's like, when people hear the word bisexual, they think, oh, you like, or you date. Fuck, like, you date men and women at the same time. And it's like, no, like, if I fuck with a female, I don't fuck with niggas at all. But if I fuck with a man, I'm not finna just be, yeah, I just fucked this bitch. Like, you feel me? Like, but when I'm by myself, it's fair game. Like, shit, I like what I like. You feel me? But me saying that is, like, females is, it depends on the who. So, if you get a girl and you like, well, I don't want her to cheat. If the bitch a hoe, she gonna cheat regardless. You feel me? Whether she straight or bi, like, it really don't even fucking matter for real. But yeah.
No, but if she was to cheat for me, it's easier if it was a woman.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, all right, look, if I caught you with a woman, it's cool.
That's what you think. Every man I ever been with that was like, I love you, like really in love with me, they never was cool with me even being friends with a female that looked like she liked me. They wasn't going. And a lot of people used to be like, but it's a bitch. It's a female. Like, what you tripping for? And I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't want nobody touching her. And I'm just like, what? You feel me? Like, so it's like, you might think that, but if you really love a person, and it don't matter, like, love is love. Once you really love, you don't want nobody touching what's yours. I don't give a fuck, female, male, whatever. Don't touch it. That's how I am. Yeah. I'm very territorial. Very, very. And it's not insecure or nothing like that. Like, you know, it's really just like, mine's is mine's. No. If I say no, no. This is me. Don't touch it. Yeah.
I think Nick's gonna do a mic adjustment real quick. Yeah, back on that. No, I do. I don't know from experience, but once I get from experience, I'll call you and let you know how I feel about that. Because one of the girls I am talking to is like that. She sees men and women. So I guess I'll see what happens.
Yeah. But you don't love her yet. Like, you're not in love with her yet.
I don't know, son. I don't know if I am.
Listen, you would know when you like. Either you in denial.
I think I'm in denial because I say I love. In my mind, I'll be like laying next to her, like, I love you. But then I'll go home and be, fuck that shit, son. Fuck that. Don't even try to. No, fuck all that. I'll try to think of every reason to not.
You're going through the motions right now.
You feel me?
Where you at right now, you gotta figure it out fast.
I know.
Because if you keep.
Can't play.
Yeah, like, it's gonna fuck you over in the end. Because you might really love this girl and then you treat her like you don't. And then now she like, fuck you by the time you realize you do love her. You know? So it's like.
Why you gotta say real shit to me right now?
I'm sorry, because I was in that situation. You feel me? Like, I was like literally with a man. Like, I love you. Like, what the fuck? And by the time he was like, I love you, I'm like, oh, fuck you. I started acting like how he was. And he did not like it. And I'm just like.
Yeah.
You sound like how I did last year. Look at this. I said, oh, yeah. So it hurt. You don't want that.
I got to talk to Big Herk recently, and you guys share a relationship.
That's my uncle.
Yeah, that's your uncle.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, we not blood related, but I a lot of my family is not blood related. So, yeah, that's my uncle. Did he
kind of help you with music at all or anything like that?
If I'm being a butt, I love you, Aunt. But nah. Nah. He didn't, but shit, it wasn't for him to help me neither. But I got a lot of respect for him and my dad. If nobody else can make my dad listen to any fucking thing, I call Herk.
Word.
Hey, he tripping. Tell him to take that shit down. He pissing me off. And Herk, he just so smooth. Yeah, I got you, niece. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just so laid back and smooth. And it's just like, but he be feeling me on a lot of shit because, like, he real and he's very genuine. And he don't sugarcoat shit. Like, yeah, he don't sugarcoat shit. I just leave it at that. And I love him. And, yeah.
You can tell when you look at that generation of people that life was just in the moment. Mm-hmm. Because when they speak, it's like every moment's like real energy coming out. Mm-hmm. And it really makes you realize like how social media probably messed with people's minds.
For sure. Yeah.
Because you're talking to a real ass OG basically.
Right. Yeah. And I grew up like respecting him and knowing him. So it's like, that's why when I don't understand a lot of this internet shit, it come from the people that I was around or like I could touch, you know? So it's like, even having somebody like that, it's like, it was just standards that it's like, I can't do certain shit just because I'm attached to certain shit. So, yeah.
When you're seeing his rise, obviously, like, he was a huge part of, still a historic part of Detroit music history.
Sure.
Did you get to like soak that in as it was happening, or were you kind of like, not even understanding what it was?
It wasn't that I wasn't understanding. I knew what was going on when I was with my mama. But with my dad kind of like, he kind of like, all right, so this is the best way I can describe this. So with my dad, he tried to like move as if we made it and we are in the burbs and you don't have to live this life and you don't have to talk like this, act like this. But it's like, no, nigga, I'm still here. We ain't made it. I'm in the hood. I live the same life you live. Like, I see the same shit you see. I can talk the same way you talk, you know. But when I was coming up, that's how he treated his girls. Like, my dad got 5 girls and 1 boy. So, like, we couldn't wear color on our nails. We couldn't, that lip gloss shit, that's why I go lip gloss crazy. I love lip gloss. I go to sleep in lip gloss. Yeah, but, we couldn't wear the color red. He was very old-fashioned. And it's like, in a way, I understand it now being grown, but at the same time, I understand why, when you strict parent, why a person just go crazy with some shit that they like, what? I can't do this. I like it. I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first time I ever got color on my nails, I was 18. And I felt crazy for it. It was blue. I liked it. Fucked me up.
Even with women getting ear piercings, I noticed some dads are like, kind of like, takes a while before they allow their daughters to get ear piercings, which is kind of wild.
Yeah. No, he ain't had no choice. I was my mama only girl, so I was getting my ears pierced regardless. He ain't had no say so. My mama, I'm
People like,
I'm like really 50-50. It's so crazy. Like, if you had to see my mama and my daddy back in the day, like, you would think they was brothers and sisters. It was crazy. Yeah, they lied to the nurse and everything. Said they was brothers and sisters. Got caught kissing and shit. Yeah, so it just looked crazy. So, yeah, my family, well, my dad and my mom, they look similar.
I don't remember if we talked about this last time, but people, like, when you post pictures of your mom, people freak out.
Yeah.
Like, all right, move over, Rocky. What's going on with your mama?
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? I love it now. Like, I remember being in the 6th grade, and she came up to the school. She had some motherfucking cheetah print pants on. And, oh, my God, the boys in my class was like, yeah, I be fucking your mama. And I'm just like, no, you don't. Like, ready to scrap with him and everything. And I went home, and I'm like, don't wear that no more. My little brother, he 2 grades down. He done came home with me like, yeah, don't come to our school like that. We done made her feel so bad, so fucking bad, that she didn't. And it's like, when I got older, I started realizing, like, damn, like, that was so petty to be mad about. Like, but we not looking at it like that. Like, we looking at it like, nigga, that's my mama. You ain't fucking her. Shut the fuck up. You feel me? But the whole time, it's like, mom look good. Like, yeah, all right, we should have been happy about that shit, but we wouldn't. You feel me? It's like, no, yo mama jokes. You feel me? It's like, mama's off limit. Don't say shit about my mama. I don't care. But that's why I embrace her now, because I'm just like, we gave her hell when we was younger. Like, it was like, no, don't come up here like that. Don't wear that. Don't wear this. Don't wear that. Take that off. And it's like, she was young. She was cute. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah. I can see that, though. I wouldn't want anybody looking at my mom a certain way.
Yeah.
Especially my friends. Like, when I was younger, I was like, bitch, you better not look at my mom. But they didn't anyway, though. No offense to my mamas or nothing like that, but they didn't do it just because she didn't put herself out. Like, Middle Eastern women, like, they do try to reserve the overdoing it with, like, accessories and stuff like that. Yeah. And they give you a mean ass look too. Yeah. I love women when I go to the grocery store that I know don't fucking even talk to me. I love those types. I hate the ones that, like, make it seem like you can talk to them. Yeah. And then you go up there and it's like, bitch, what the fuck you doing? I have a husband.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Make it known.
Yeah.
Don't even give me that look then.
But see, like, honestly, it was more like, I think it's more of the environment. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we really came from the hood for real. So, like, mama, she grew as she got older. But it's like, shit, at the time, like, mama had me, she was 20. So I got my mama about 20 years, you feel me? It might not seem like a lot, or it might seem short, but like, we, in a way, we kind of grew up with my mama. Like, I remember my mama being young, beating bitches the fuck up. Like, really, like, I used to be scared as hell of my mama. Like, you about to play with her. And I see her now, and I see her getting older, you know what I'm saying? And I seen her mature, and I seen her become who she is now, and I also seen what she used to be. So it's like, you know, some people see their parents, and their parents is older, and they just see them keep getting older, like they this way, and they just, you know, get older. But I seen my mama when she was young, and her bag, you feel me? Like, yeah, like, yeah, my mama always had shit going on, you feel me? But she always made sure she had her kids. But at the same time, like, where she at now, it's like, I used to be scared of my mom because she could fight. Then now it's like, no, you need to, I got it. You know, like, my mama for sure still got it. She ain't that motherfucking old. But yeah, so it's like, just, you know, seeing different changes and stuff. And like, even at night, it sounds crazy. I'm sick. I'm about to say this, but like, at least once a month, when I'm about to go to sleep, like, I just think about when my parents was younger, and it feel like the shit was just yesterday. That sometimes it do make me sad just thinking about it, because it's like, god damn, like, time be flying, and just being young and knowing what I know now, I wish I had a known then. Like, even just getting cussed out because the house messed up, like, and I remember, like, my mom coming in crying, stressed the fuck out, like, keep my house together, like, that's all I'm asking, go to school. And we just think it's funny, and it's like, damn, now that I'm grown, I'm like, bro, that shit ain't funny. Like, my respect is so different for her that it's like, I want to go back as a kid and do it over. Right. You feel me? Like, I want to listen better. But yeah, that's my baby.
It's when you think about good parents and stuff like that, you always, you like you said, like, when you're younger, you're looking at them like, who gives a damn what you're talking about? I'm going to do whatever I want to do. But you're forgetting that they're sacrificing their life for you. So, like, literally their time is so invested in you that when they're seeing you not listen or not taking your life on the right path, it's like you're really hitting them. You're really, like, doing damage to them as a person. Yeah. Most people, when they have kids, like, imagine when you want to have kids, you're going to want to raise them in a certain way that they blossom and go to their full potential. But sometimes parents don't get that. They get, like, a case where it's trouble and this and that. Yeah, like all that shit.
But mom, I ain't gonna lie, me and my OG relationship, like, that's my baby. That I feel like if I was to have kids, I'd be all right, because our relationship, like, I could be wrong. I might have a kid. No, I might have a kid that drive me fucking crazy. Like, oh shit. But I really got faith, because it's like, the way me and my mama is, like, you know, it's not always good, you feel me? Like, sometimes my mama stressed me the fuck out. Sometimes I feel like, you just don't care, do you? Like, fuck you. And it's like, oh, that's how she felt when you was a kid, you feel me? But yeah, for the most part, like, I wouldn't even imagine my life without her, like, at all. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not even finna, like, you know, where you damn near can kind of think about it, prepare yourself, where you like, yeah, everybody gotta die, but it's like, I don't give a fuck. As long as I'm here, she ain't going nowhere. And we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Like, that's my baby. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's like, even when I think about having kids now, I'm like 0% interested in that. Like, I 0% want kids. I don't want to, like, I don't want to have that level of responsibility, for number one. Number two, when you're involved in the entertainment scene, I don't think there's too much room, man. Like, when you're in it, like, when you're in front of the cameras and doing this and this and this, I don't think there's that much room to be like, let me add a kid to this whole equation. Like,
you know, it's crazy. Like, I always wanted kids, but I just start getting to the point, like, almost 3 years now, where I'm like, I don't want to have kids. And it's solely based off of, the type of person I am, like, I am naturally a protector. Like, I don't give a fuck who you is. Like, you could have just met us 20 minutes ago. If you with us, can't nothing happen to you because you with me. Like, that's just how I gotta go. Like, I have to protect. And the fact that I'm like that is the reason why I feel like I don't want to have kids, because I know I can't protect them from everything. Like, I don't want my kid to hurt. I don't want nobody to lie to them. I don't want nobody to make them cry. Like, I don't even want them to experience stress, anxiety, nothing. No, you glide your way through this bitch. And I know that's not realistic. And it's like the fact that I know I can't protect them from everything. It's like, what's the point? Like, no, like, it's really not worth being here. Like, this world is ghetto. It's ghetto as fuck. No, next lifetime. Y'all might see me with 10 kids. Y'all see a lady with 10 kids, that's me. That's me for sure. Like, what football team popping them bitches out back to back real quick. Yeah. Like,
I've been thinking about that a lot lately too, like the next life. Like, all right, I didn't do it this life, I'll get it the next life. Like, maybe I'll start a relationship when I'm younger in my next life and actually do the whole marriage thing. But then I also think, what if in my past life I did all that? What if I had a marriage in my past life and now I'm avoiding it this life? What if I had kids in the last life, now I'm avoiding it in this life? That's what I'm thinking about. So next life, I don't know. Maybe I want to be the king or something.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, I
always be like, well, I don't fucking remember my past life, so what the fuck?
Listen, in India, they do believe that if you have enough consciousness and awareness, you can remember. You can remember what. Because are you watching these like YouTube videos where they're saying that there's like a kid or a boy or a girl that remembers their past life? Like, there's one kid that remembers specifically that he was a pilot. He remembered his.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I said no. I do remember. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I seen a lot of stuff where people saying, like, even it was a little girl and she was saying that her mom died in a car accident. And her mom was about to get in the car and she was crying and saying, like, no, you died in a car accident. Like, no, like, she really went crazy. And they was just like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, nah. People in the comments like, that girl remember, that girl knows something, da da da. Yeah. Like, I really strongly believe, like, some people, especially kids, like, the way my brain was as a kid, I know it's completely different as an adult. But as a kid, like, kids sweet as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, kids sweet as fuck. Like, they imagination. When they tell you, I want to be a magician, a fireman, a police officer, a rapper, this. Like, when they get to telling you what they want to be, they really see themselves being it. Like, it's nothing you can say. You can be like, but you got to go to school. But you got to do this. You have to get a job first before you even go over there. Like, they don't care about none of that shit. They don't even see that. They see what the fuck they see. Kids is sweet as fuck.
They are.
So,
kids are intimidating too, man. They're getting so smart these days. I was talking to like this girl I was talking to. She had like a daughter. And I was like, I'm scared of your daughter, son. And she's like 4 years old. I'm like, I'm scared. She's a very scary, intimidating person. Yeah, like, she was like calling me out on everything. Yeah. I was like, hi. And she's like, hi. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to be nice to you. I like tried to pick her up. She's like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
She's like, you're not my daddy. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Kids is definitely like that, but that's why I like them, and I think they sweet for real. Yeah, cause like I got friends, like I'm damn near like. Well, probably like me and 2 other friends at this point. But out of all my friends, for real, like, I'm the only one that ain't got no kids. So it's like, I'm TT Rocky, you feel me? And it's like, I get to see from another perspective, like, kids. Because other than that, I don't really be around kids. But it's like, I treat kids a certain way because I remember a lot of shit people don't think I remember as a kid. And it's like, people like to play kids like, yeah, and act funny towards them, be mean to them, and just a lot of shit. And you think a kid don't remember. I remember shit that I probably should forget. And it's like, it was a point in time where I lived in a household, and I got mixed sisters. You know, like, they are half black, half white. Hair used to come to their ass, you feel me? And it's me and my sister, and we black, you know? And it's like, our hair don't go that long, but we got good hair. Like, goddamn, you feel me? And it was like, I didn't have to go to school to experience colorism. Like, it was in a house. Like, literally.
Or like you guys actually had that situation?
For sure. Like, yeah, where it was like, I remember it was a point in time of me, like, not wanting to be black because of that. And it was, like, literally nothing I could do about it. Like, Cinderella, yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, at the time, my sister's mom used to be a bitch towards me. Yeah, you might see this one day. And she used to be so mean. And I remember being a kid and, like, just doing anything to make her like me. Like, just, like, I just want you to like me. Like, bitch, like, what? Like, you know? And it's like, looking back, me being me, not, fuck you, bitch. You ain't gotta like me, hoe. I'll trip your old ass. Like, you feel me? Something like that. You feel me? But as a kid, I remember, like, wanting her to like me. And it seemed like nothing I did was enough. And it's like, goddamn. But then it's like growing up in two different type of households where it's like over here, they idolize Britney Spears. So it's like, all right, you know, toxic and singing all her songs and shit. But when I go back to the crib, it's Aaliyah. Rock the boat. You feel me? Like, yeah. So it was like I had to, like, it was almost like a trying to really figure out who I was very young. So fucking young. But, you know.
Did you get acceptance from people or, like, to qualify yourself or feel like, you know, you're a part of something is important to people? Like, to feel like they belong. And when you're feeling, like, separated or you feel like there's a bias against you, you're being ostracized, all you want to do is gain that person's respect or attention or whatever from them.
But that's why I grew up like, fuck y'all. Because I realized fucking with her, I'm like, oh, bitch, you ain't gonna never like me. All right, I just had to accept it. And I had to accept it at a very young age. Like, I was very young. Like, I really remember the first song I ever wrote, like, literally. And it was Over There With Them. And it's like, when I be thinking about it, it's like, oh my God, like, that's why I don't be playing with kids.
I was just talking to somebody, like, I was chilling with this girl, we got drunk as hell, and I don't know why, we just started talking about our life, and we talked about elementary school, and we both had one thing in common. We both were, like, we both could never go to recess because we were bad kids. So me and her both had that same thing where we were always separated from recess time because we were such bad kids. And I remember on Fridays, they used to have game days. And if you were passing in the class, you got to go to a different room where there are all these board games and playtime and all that.
The fun room.
I was never, I'm telling you, 0 times allowed in the fun room because I was always failing my classes. And I was just a badass kid. So, like, I never got, and I still remember, it actually makes me sad now that I think about it because I never thought about it. I never thought about it. But I never had recess growing up. Like, I never had playtime or going out with the friends. And I remember the only time that I was ever allowed to do it, it was the last day of school. And they wouldn't let me off the wall. You know, they put you on the wall when you're in trouble. They said, no, you can't. Even if it's the last day of school, and they still wouldn't let me off the wall.
Oh, and you was a badass kid then.
The
so
principal came up and he's like, look, the principal's like, look, there's 10 minutes left, go play. And so the first thing I did is I went to go play a board game. It was called Life. It was based off the TV show where, like, Survivor. And so in the board game Survivor, you can eliminate anybody you want from the group. Okay. I was eliminated within 5 minutes. So within the 10 minutes that I got to go play recess and go play the game that I wanted to play with everybody, I got excluded. And now when I look back at it, I don't feel sorry for myself. I just look at, like, oh my God, I get why I never was socially well with people. It's because I never got to be around people. And now I'm looking at how fucked up it is. Like, even in class, my desk was separated from everybody else's. Like, there was everybody else over here, and then I legitimately had my own fucking desk. Right. And now I'm looking back at it like, holy shit, no wonder why I was so socially inept growing up. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't look at that sometimes, you know?
But sometimes you have to. Yeah. Like, once you really want to know who you are, you got to go all the way back to shit that you ain't even trying to touch, tap in on, think about, none of that shit. Sometimes that's what you got to go back to. And it's like, I did it 100 times, maybe more, you feel me? Where it's like, I had to think about, like, even my name. Like, my real name is September.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, it's me. Mean as fuck. I went to school with this name. Like, this is my real fucking name. Like, I done heard every joke you can think of. Like, and I always stayed moving. So, like, I always had to be introduced. Where it's like, we have a new student in the class. This is September, and it's September. Where November at? September, October, November, December. September, when your birthday? In May. Why your mama name you? Like, goddamn, like, I know every motherfucking joke or question you could possibly ask after I tell you my name. But it's like, I remember going home crying, like, Ma, can I just go to school as my middle names? Like, my middle names is Brianna Michelle. And I'm like, them regular as hell. Like, let me go to school. Pick one. Like, let me have one of those. And Mom like, no, your name is your name for a reason. It's gonna be like that. You ain't going to school with no other name. Like, no, they gonna remember you forever. And I remember her telling me that, and it's like, now that I'm Rocky, and all the schools I went to, all the hoods I ever lived in, anybody I ever met with my real name, she was right. Like, even if I met you one time and I told you my name was September, you never forgot me, ever. Y'all know that. Yeah.
Was your name? It wasn't originally Rocky Bad, right?
Right.
Did you care? Do you care to talk about what your first name was?
Yeah, I don't care. Which name you know? Because I had a lot, but I know.
Forgot what your. Well, I mean, what Herk said, but your name. He said that's
Karma.
I'm not sure if it was Karma, but I don't remember what he said. But he said a different name completely, and I was like,
Lexiana?
Your name was Lexiana at one point?
No, but that's what my dad called me. On my dad's side, it's Lexiana.
Why?
But I
That's
don't
long.
really want to admit to it, but you know, like, yeah, the name Lacey runs in the family, so
okay.
yeah, so it's just like he just refused to call me September, and he just didn't. I only heard my dad call me September like probably 2 times in my life.
Really?
Yeah, like he like, that ain't your name. And when I was over there with my dad, it was Laciana. That was my name.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I mean, my name was Baby Girl for a minute too. My mom had to go change my name. You feel me? So.
As far as art, when you were like breaking into artistry, what was your first name as an artist?
My nickname, Tim. But that's why I be telling
Tim?
people, if you don't know me like that, don't call me Tim. Yeah, my name is September. So it's like my home. They like at home, they call me Tim, like Tem. Like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that at all. That's crazy.
Or September. Like I got a mom like September. You feel me? Like, yeah.
What was the Rocky? When was the Rocky? Like, that's it. We got it. Like,
so the original name was Celebrity when I was in middle school. That was my rap name. After I grew from wanting to go by my name, because I used to cry and be like, one day I'm gonna get a nickname, ain't nobody gonna call me this shit, because my mama just refused to let me have a middle name. Like, fuck it. So I went by Celebrity because I was just like, one day that's what I'm gonna be, so fuck it, I'm Celebrity. But I started letting shit get to me, like far as what people said. And you know, in middle school you got bitches like, she ain't a motherfucking celebrity. No goddamn celebrity. But I knew I was going to high school, and I was like, oh, hell no. I am not finna deal with this shit in high school. So I tried to come up with another name before high school, and I ended up coming up with Karma Rocks. Like, literally Karma. But that's at the time where it was like, you just couldn't have one name. You had to have some extra shit. So it was Karma Rocks. I don't know where the fuck the rocks came from, but it was like, I was fucking with it. And I did a lot of bullshit with that name. A lot. And it got to the point where I was just like, one day I'm going to be somebody. Like, I can't do bullshit with this name and fucking be who I think I'm going to be. You feel me? So I went through like 50 fucking names. Every day I probably had 2 different names. Like, all right, going to school like, this my rap name. This my rap name. And nothing was sticking. And my homeboy at the time, his name KO. You feel me? He used to call me Rocco because Karma Rocks. I used to call myself K Rocks. So, yeah, he used to call me Rocco. And I was just like, once I ran out of so many damn ideas, I was just like, I can't go by Rocco. It's a rapper out named Rocco. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, went home, really thought about the name, and I was just like, what if I dropped the O and put a Y? I'm like, Rocky sound more girly. And I knew it just couldn't be Rocky. So, you know, I just added the bad, but the bad didn't come from like me being cute bad. Like, people always used to be like, go sit your bad ass down somewhere. Badass little girl. It was literally like that type of bad. So I just added that, and I went to school the next day. I'm like, all right, y'all. I got all my friends together. Like, look, I got the name, y'all. Like, what? I'm like, Rocky Bad. And it stuck. Nobody was like, bitch, we ain't calling you that. Because I had a few names, and they like, bitch, we ain't calling you that. You gotta go back to the drawing board. But it just stuck. Maybe it stuck because I was already going by K-Rocks. So, I don't know. But it stuck. Like, it really stuck to the point where, like, I had teachers calling me, I was about to say Karma. I had teachers calling me Rocky.
That's crazy.
I got to a point where I could put Rocky on my papers and turn the shit in, and it's all good. Like, I'm like, I knew it. One day I was gonna get a nickname. They wasn't gonna call me this shit. But I also got to a point too recently where I forgot my real name, and it fucked me up. Like, it got deep. Like, I really cried about it, and I was very sad about it. Like, what? Like, one day I was just sitting there chilling. I don't even know what the fuck made me think about it, and I was just like, damn. My real name is September. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, because, you know, like, me and my family, we close. But it's like, usually when I see them, I'm still Rocky so much that it's like, they didn't move accordingly where they don't call me Tim out in public. Like, they know how to move, you know? So, I don't know. I was just sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, damn. Like, I really forgot my real name. Yeah. And I was just like, oh no. So I posted on my Instagram. I'm like, y'all can start calling me September. Fucking, I don't care. Like, I'm like, I gotta hear that name again. Like, yeah.
Can you bring that microphone tilted into yourself a little bit? One interesting thing about what you're saying with the name is that a lot of people that do you want to take a break?
Bottle. I'm not where you at. I don't see what you see.
Is it rolling, Nick? Yeah, they're rolling. I took it too far though, because like I was like, you know, everybody tries to get you into, like, you know, getting the buffs and wearing the ski masks at a certain point. So at a point, like, people were giving me ski masks. And I was like, oh, shit. So I'm on that type of time now. So I would, like, go out with my ski mask thinking I look sweet. And then, like, one day somebody took a picture of me at, like, Oakland Mall. And they're like, bro, you look like a fucking serial killer. Take that shit off. I was like, I thought I looked so. I had the chain. They had the gold chain out. I'm like, yeah. But nah, I look crazy in this shit.
I got a ski mask, and it's actually sweet as fuck. Shout out the culture currency, okay? Yeah. This ski mask sweet as hell. Still ain't never wore it yet because I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I didn't even take advantage of wearing a mask. Like, I go somewhere and be irritated that I'm noticed, and they're just like, bro, you don't take advantage of shit. You know you can wear a face mask. Like, and I'm just like, no, it wipes my lip gloss. Like, what?
I think it's funny when rappers wear ski masks to, like, the mall to not be recognized, but then, like, their chain literally says their name.
Clear as day.
I'm like, all right.
And I just be like, it's no point. Like, all these tattoos is a dead-ass giveaway unless I come. Like, it still don't work.
It's a few
I done had people tell me, like, I know your walk. I'm
like,
God damn. Like, what the fuck?
I was going to say, I feel like if I seen you in public and you were masked out, I would still know it's you.
Exactly. So that's why I just don't wear the shit, because I'm just like, fuck it. You got to notice me anyway. Hey.
Yeah.
Just talk to him.
I think people don't realize, like, I'm not comparing myself to you, okay? When I walk some places, people recognize me and shit, you feel me? People come up, and I'm starting to realize what people like of your stature, where, like, everywhere you go, somebody's gonna stop you. Yeah. I see why it's annoying. Yeah. At first, I looked at it like, oh, why are these damn celebrities so bougie and, like, so mean? It's like, in reality, it's like you love the person for supporting you, but at the same time, they don't really know who you are. Yeah. So it's that weird kind of contradiction of, like, yeah, you fuck with me, but you don't know who I am, for real. So it's weird when somebody comes up to you saying how much they fuck with you and they don't really know who you are. Yeah,
because I done had that happen plenty of times where it's like I done came out on some, like, wanting to just chill. Like, I don't want to be a rapper. Like, I just want to chill. Like, what's up? And I still got to be a rapper. And it's like, y'all ruining it. I'm about to go home. Like, goddamn. Hey, but it's like, but I also, like, the way my supporters is, like, they different. Like, they really do be understanding me. Like, I didn't literally, and she wasn't even my race. And I was in the mall, and she was just like, I gotta get a picture with you. And I was just like, okay. And she like, if you don't feel like it, you do not gotta do it right now. Like, it's all good. I just seen you. Like, it's all good. And I was just like, oh, you so real. Come on, let's take this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, all right. But, you know, they do be, you got some people that's understanding, and then you got some people who, they just want it for the Instagram. Fuck you, bitch. Take this picture. I don't care how you feeling, what you got going on, bitch. Yeah, and whole time they only know one song, but they just want to go up on the Instagram.
They've done studies with that. They've done studies where they, you know, like a group of friends will go out and they'll have photographers around one guy of the group, and they'll have like people acting like they're coming up to him as if it's a celebrity to see if other people respond. And like the public will go up to that guy and be like, can I take a picture with you? Not even knowing who the hell that person is. But people do know who you are when they do come up to you. But they want to make sure, you know, I get that picture for Instagram and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it works both ways.
It be, you know. And that's why I always be like, when I was a kid, I always was like, I'm going to be famous. And as I start becoming a woman, I'm like, oh, nah, fuck that shit. Like, I don't see myself wanting to even be as big as, like, Nicki Minaj or some Beyonce or some shit. Like, no, thank you. I see how the fuck they lose their mind. You got all the money in the world. You make it look good. But that shit is depressing. No, sometimes I just be wanting to chill. Like, I remember I had went to somebody's house, and they had, like, their whole family over there. They was cooking and playing games and shit. It was a vibe, you feel me? And I went over there, and it was just like, yeah, like, they knew who I was. But I remember, like, having a conversation with multiple people at once, and I was standing there, and I'm like, I'm tired of standing, so I sat on the floor. And they like, we fuck with her, she a real one. I'm like, this is normal. It's nowhere for me to sit. What the fuck y'all think I'm finna do? I'm finna get comfortable if I'm about to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, yeah, it all depends. But I couldn't take that. It's annoying sometimes.
I see it happen. I was at a celebrity birthday party like last week, and when she was trying to get inside of her vehicle, this girl ran up to her with a phone, and she was like, shout out my boutique. And she's like keeping the phone in her face, and I'm like, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. Like, people think like people think they have like some type of right to come up and like ask you for certain stuff or try to pursue you to do certain stuff, and because they have a camera in your face, and it's like you look like a bitch if you don't do it.
Or they make you feel like you being arrogant, or you stuck up, or you got this big head, and it's like, I done had plenty of times where it's like, nigga, I'm not even camera ready. Like, the fuck? I just came to the store for one thing. Like, the fuck? Like, what? Do I look like I should take a picture? Like, why? Like, you know, like, people don't take that into consideration either. Like, they just don't be giving a fuck. And it's a few people that will be like, you know, keep it moving. I fuck with your shit. Like, I would ask you for a picture, but, you know, I ain't gonna bother you. And I be like, thank you. I love you. Got you next time I see you.
With the music that you're putting out right now, in comparison to what you were putting out before, are you looking at, like, I know you're doing like a podcast tour, and to me that kind of means like something new is coming, not only project wise, but is it a newer development of yourself as an artist, or a newer way of putting yourself out as an artist?
Yeah, I mean, every year always been different for me music wise, and just what I got going on or what my focus is. But the podcast tour was definitely to push karma and ego. Let's throw that out there. Damn. And it was definitely to do that. You didn't just want to see your old boy kid out. I get it. Look. But at the same time too, like, outside of live, I really don't talk to people. Like, far as like interviews and podcasts and stuff like that. Like, when you find interviews, it's probably like one, and then 2 years later it's another one or something like that. But it's like, I always just been like, let the music talk for myself. But I also understand I have to show myself a little bit more. Like, I just be so isolated. Like, but it all play a factor in, like, really understanding me. And once I understood me, and I understand me 100%, but I'm getting better. But it's like, I started realizing, like, okay, a lot of this shit is based off of fear. Where it's like, I don't want to go talk to this person, that person. Like, I don't know y'all energy. Like, I don't know, like, what y'all on, or I don't know, like, what the fuck, what type of questions you gonna ask me? Is you trying to be on some bullshit, or is you genuinely asking me a question? And it's like, so I'd rather, like, not put myself in certain situations that sometimes it look like I don't be around, or I don't fuck with certain people, but it really just all boiled down to, like, me trying to protect me.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Yes. And obviously because there's so much to talk about with you.
Yeah.
And even the way you express yourself on the internet, like, you are one of the most expressive entertainers from Detroit on the internet. And, like, when somebody pops into your live, it's like you're getting a whole show, but you're also getting real life too sometimes, where it's like, oh shit. You have, like, serious supporters that whatever you're going through, they're riding with you. I wish y'all, listen, man, you guys are barely there for me. You're only there for me when somebody talks shit about me. You know, what about when I, like, you know, when I've been wearing my forces too tight, like, y'all just make fun of me, but you don't come show me how to do it.
Right.
Where you at?
Yeah. Nah,
I feel like if something
that
happened with you, they would come and directly show you how to make something happen.
Yeah.
Look at the way your outfits, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody was like, yo, Rocky, trust me. I got you. I know how to do
No, actually, we knew we had to be on time. You feel me? So, like, we just had to, oh, shit, I had to hurry up and just kind of
this is fire, though.
Thanks, you know.
It's fire.
It looks nice right now. Yeah, I got lucky because I'm like, hey, can I do this with this jacket? Like, like, I really don't be too off into just, you know, clothes and fashion anyways. Like, I like being comfortable. Like, I will house shoes and flip-flops some shit the fuck out to the point where you would think I don't own no shoes. And it's like, I do, but I just like being comfortable. Like, I don't be caring.
That's cap, because your Instagram's full of, like, fire ass.
Yeah, it look like it. Yeah, come around me for a week. You know, like, nah, bitch, all right, you just like being comfortable. Like, I really don't be giving a fuck. Not for real.
With the podcast tour, I'm excited because I'm so happy to see a lot of podcasts emerging and stuff. I think some of y'all need to start taking your shit a little more seriously, though, because when me and Nick started doing podcasts, like, we did everything right away, like, high quality because we knew we had it. We knew we could do it. You know, I just want to see a lot of these podcast dudes take it more seriously as far as, like, at least your production, bro. Like, I get it. If you don't know how to ask questions, if you don't know how to, like, have a conversation flow, I get that part. But damn, at least start with some good equipment.
But see, that's the thing too. But that's the thing too. Hold on, because I gotta speak for the people that, you know, where I'm from. You feel me? Like, sometimes we ain't able to get that shit.
No. I know. Listen, I know what you're saying to me. Trust me, I was broke as hell as a point too. But I'll tell you this: some of these people do have the money. They just don't do anything.
No, for sure. Then that's different.
I've been on podcasts with people who have tons of money and
different.
everything. They just don't give a damn. They just do it because it's like, oh, the people are doing it. We're gonna do it.
Right. And then they be thinking too, like, I got a name. I can do what the fuck I want. And it's like, but you still want to do it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, my podcast is the most fire. But anyway, no, but seriously though, your podcast touring, like you said, like, you don't know what energy you're coming in. When people ask me to do podcasts, I don't do podcasts anymore. I don't go on people's podcasts because I don't get it either sometimes. Where I'm like, what the hell? What are we doing here? Like, what do you really want to know?
Right.
But when it comes down to what I'm trying to do in Detroit and what I'm trying to do with my podcast is it's just like getting great people on to share stories and have great times. There's nothing really beyond that. When you came on my podcast for the first time, I think we had the craziest fucking talk ever.
We really did.
Girl,
we really did. That was the longest I ever
I'm so happy it doesn't exist on the internet because I want people to, like, really, it was the best interview podcast ever. And you're never, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now they're going to think about it like, damn, how sweet was it? That was crazy. But we didn't get a chance to release it. I know there was some things that I did wrong with my first, you know, I already know some of the things I did wrong when I was talking to you, but I didn't. When I was talking to you for the first time, first of all, you have to know, first time I ever talked to you, I am a fan of you.
Right.
Like, I'm a fan of everything you've done. I'm a huge fucking supporter of Rocky Bad.
Yeah.
I think the first time when I was speaking to you, I was in an emotional state talking to you because watching your story and watching, everything you persevered through, to me was affected me personally, because I'm watching somebody I really care about go through some shit and it's publicized and all this stuff, and then I'm trying to talk about it on my own terms, and then I'm not realizing, like, hey, you can't talk. You don't. First of all, in one sense, I don't know you personally enough to be talking to you about certain stuff. Two, that's not stuff you're supposed to bring up. But me, as an inexperienced person, as an inexperienced interviewer, I was going off raw emotion and not so much like. I had no pre-plan in my head of what I was going to talk to you about.
Right.
It was more just like, when Rocky's here, I'm just going to ask her everything I want to fucking know about her, because this is my chance to talk to her. This is awesome. So that was my way of talking to you, and I understand that I was bringing up stuff that's out of my realm, like that's out of my expertise to be talking to you about it, especially since it was the first time we'd ever been meeting. So I do apologize for some of the ways that I was speaking and some of the stuff I was bringing up. Now the rest of the interview, goddamn fire, son.
No, it was. But I'ma just, at the end of the day, what you were asking me, that's not a problem. Like, and I appreciate you for apologizing. You know what I'm saying? But like, that wasn't even an issue. Like, not even the questions that you was asking me. It was, and now it makes sense that, you were saying you were just going, like you didn't had nothing pre-planned or nothing like that. Like, that will make way more fucking sense. But I'ma just tell you something. You too smart for your own good that you don't even know it. You really is.
It's possible.
You know it. You ain't dumb.
I think sometimes...
Man, shut up, because I know sometimes I can be dumb. I be dingy as hell, but I do know.
I never
Maybe you don't know your potential yet.
I think I'm so... Just like, I used to shoot music videos, and I used to literally
you shot one I was in.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
exactly. I know what the fuck going on. He too smart for his own good, and you behind this shit too. Y'all too.
No, but to be honest with you...
Y'all so good, it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
I think what it is for me, like when I used to shoot music videos, I used to shoot in the traps. I got arrested before I've had guns. I've had all that situations happen to me. I'm so naive, and I don't understand it. I didn't understand the entertainment industry even at that point that I was speaking to the point where, like, I'll just say stuff not realizing what I'm doing. But it's never like an ulterior motive in my mind where, like, I'm really doing this, but I'm doing that.
Yeah, but see, that's how it come off, and it's like, honestly, like, people hold me to a certain standard where it's like, even when I genuinely don't know what the fuck going on, they still treat me like, yeah, you do. So it's like, I treat everybody else like that. Like, and I could be wrong. So I apologize for handling you like that, because that's how I get handled. So I handle other people and other things that same way. You feel me? Because I'm like, okay, well, shit. If I can't fucking fuck up, can't nobody else fuck up. Like, all right, you know what you doing. Like, I don't even... And I don't want to use this word and get in trouble for it, but I'm going to just say the word slow. Like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I don't even treat people with disabilities as if, if you just can't flat out do shit, then okay. But, people that's a little touched, I don't treat them like they fucking touched. I be like, you know what the fuck you doing? Even if they genuinely don't. But it's so embedded in me because of other people. So it's like, this the thing with you. My issue with that whole podcast was, I be understanding what's going on or what might happen. That's how far ahead I look, So like when we talking about what we was talking about, I knew what might come behind it to the point where had you not played it like you did and we put it out, you would have been the only one with that, and it would have went so motherfucking crazy. I know it for a fact because it's shit that's getting brought up. That shit got brought up all over again. And you would have been the only one that I ever did an interview with and was talking about it with. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people would have went instantly trying to go see, well, what the fuck she say? And they would have came to you because that was the only time I really talked about it. Like, I didn't talk about that on nobody else interviews or let that come out or nothing. But the whole issue was, it was how you chopped it up. And it's like, you picked what you thought was okay and what could be out there. And it's like, I felt like if you ask me a question about anything, if I talk about it and you want to put that out there, put the whole thing out, because I don't half-ass talk about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't clip this half and then delete this half from it, because it's like, then don't ask me at all. Like, my answer is my answer, and it's the full answer. Like, you can't take half of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I looked crazy. And then another motherfucking thing, I should take this goddamn teddy bear.
What?
Listen, cause I watched the whole shit. You chopped the end, right? You made it look like I was just talking, and like you was just sitting there, like it damn near gave me like doom 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 vibes.
Really?
Yeah, the don't say no fucking really. You
I
you
swear
might
to
not.
God, I don't know what you're talking about
well
right now.
I do, cause it was me. You
Okay,
feel me?
yeah,
So
I
when
get
I
it.
was watching, I'm like, that's not how this conversation went. Like, you was engaging with me. You feel me? Like, you was talking back. Like, you was talking with me. Like, it just seemed like I was just talking, and you was just bored. And I'm just like, damn, and I ain't gonna lie. Like, for you to fuck with me the way you say you do, and I know you do. Like, this ain't even no, you know, like, we gonna keep it a buck. I feel like that was, like, really like a slap in the face for real, where I was just like, damn, like, I get, you know, you got certain people you can, you know, whatever, haha. But I'm like, don't play with me like that. Like,
I honestly, I'm trying my best to know.
it's okay if you don't. I'm gonna remind you.
No, it's
because
okay.
I know.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at it again.
Yeah, go to the end.
Yeah.
I damn near can tell you what timestamp.
Most likely, the only reason I can think I did it is because I sucked so bad at that time. When I talked to you,
Yeah.
it was often just natural or just genuine conversations.
Yeah.
I feel like my weakest points was when I was in journalist mode, like trying to talk to you and actually ask questions people want to know. I think I phrased stuff so stupidly that when I seen it, I was like, which I know now I
Yeah.
don't do that anymore.
No,
now,
but
now
it's
I don't-
understandable. That's why I
Yeah.
was finna say that. Like, it's very understandable.
Yeah,
Like,
at
even
that
what
time
you're
I was
saying.
like, that sounds so fucking stupid. But you're right though, as a journalistic aspect, whatever I say, I'm supposed to be held accountable for. So I can't take anything out of it, and you know, make it seem like you were just continuously talking.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to make you seem stupid. It was more like I was watching it like insecure, like what the fuck did I just say? That's stupid,
Yeah.
and delete it. But
But
now
it
I
was
don't do that
the
anymore.
part when you added in though, where it's like just like how you is right now. All right, boom. We just gonna kind of like mimic out what the fuck was happening. We had the same shit, not the same house shoes, but you know, yeah, we was talking and kicking it, and you see how like you interacting with me.
Yeah.
It got to a point where I was just talking, and you was just like that, and I'm like, that's not how that fucking went. He was talking back. Like, he was interacting, and it just looked like I was just running off of my fucking mouth the whole time. And I'm just like, I'm the type of person that I don't even talk to people that ain't engaging with me.
Right.
You know, like, I shut the fuck up quick as hell. Like,
what I
okay.
can say about that time of my podcasting era is I was totally inexperienced.
Yeah.
I didn't know what this was going to become. Like right now, I think we do have the highest engagement as far as hip hop
Yeah.
in Detroit. So and now I take it to a point where I'm very serious about it, and I leave it very organic and raw now. I think when I was doing that podcast with you, I was still in a phase of not knowing if I was really going to be podcasting or not knowing what my
But
career
see, that's
path
what
is.
I was telling you,
Yeah.
though. Like, I be knowing.
Yeah.
Like, because I think so far ahead where it's like, I be knowing. Like, when I came here, I might not knew exactly what it was going to do, but I knew it was good for both of us.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't like making moves that's not worth nothing or just pointless. Like, I like to make smart strategic moves, or I'm not making no move at all. Like, anything that I do, trust me, even if nothing come from it, I thought or I expected something to come from it, and
Yes.
I'm not thinking little. So it was like, that's why I took it so personal, because I'm like, I knew what it could have been. And it's like, maybe because you don't understand your power yet, I understood what we was doing at that moment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, damn, like, what the fuck? But it's like, as long as you understand, like,
I
you're
felt-
not just,
when you're building anything in life, when you're working on any part of any career path, and you fumble early, it sucks when you fumble with somebody
it's
who's
so
a
much better.
succeeder. Well, somebody who's so accomplished, right? Like if I had done that with somebody else who had been of a less status of success, it wouldn't have. We would have had the conversation would have been over with whatever like that. But I did it with somebody that's like so prominent in the game that it's like a super impact at that point. Like first of all,
Yeah.
your time was wasted pretty much essentially. Second of all, you know, now we hurt our relationship because
Yeah.
I'm inexperienced.
yeah.
So I think when you're inexperienced, this sucks to mess up with somebody that's experienced as you were.
But the thing about it is, Cause you've been following me for a few years now, you feel me? And I've been following you. Like, I'm not saying it like that, but I feel like you watched me have to motherfucking learn a lot of lessons as I went, you know? So I'm a person that I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel like it was something, or maybe even if you didn't get it then or now, like I feel like maybe you will. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I'm like, all right, fuck it, come on. Because I had plenty of times, and I still go through it, where I have to prove or show myself to somebody where I'm like, damn, I didn't know, or damn, I was growing, or damn, I was, like this shit come with it. You feel me? So it's like, I'm not holding you against nothing from the first one at all. I don't even feel like I still had a good time even within them 3 hours, you feel me, of just kicking it with you. So it's like, I'm not holding nothing like that against you. It was just like, I just want you to know on my end where I feel like you went wrong, because again, like I don't talk to people I don't respect. So you gotta know I have some type of respect for you. You feel me? So it's like, I don't ever want to feel like you don't respect me the same way. You know?
Right.
Like, that was all that was.
No. And I appreciate the way you're putting it out. I totally get where you're coming from. I totally understand. And, inexperience, like I said, is caused a lot of damage. And I was inexperienced. It wasn't out of anything of being deceitful or thinking, I can get over on Rocky. It could have been any artist on here that I felt like I wanted to take something out or whatever because I felt stupid saying the way stuff I said it. But I'm glad we talked about it. I'm glad we talked about it. It was a good, you know what I'm saying? I was so upset, like, not being able to come to you. I see you at so many events. I'm like, God damn, I just want to go say
to listen. Now I feel like you experienced me on a like when we was cordial, and then it was like cool, and then you experienced me where I'm like, fuck him.
Yeah.
But I didn't like overdo it though. You feel me? I didn't at all. Like, I didn't overdo it. You feel me? And it's like, I'm not that person that people really think I am for real. Like, because shit, you was on the other side of the fence too. You feel me? And it's like, but at the same time, it's like, I really don't be on it. I be chilling. Like, I don't want no problems. Like, and it's not because I'm a hoe or I'm scared. It's like, bro, I'm scared of what the fuck I'ma do. Like, I don't even want to do it now, because it's like, bro, you really can go to jail. Like, you really can get hurt. You really can fuck everything up. Like, I got a whole team behind me now, you feel me? Where it's like, it's too much on the line now, where it's like, I can't just think about, I want to do this and I want to do that. Like, I really have to consider other people and what I could lose or what I could gain from it and stuff, where it's like, it's a lot of thinking behind it. And it's like, I really just like being cool. I don't want to think too hard on shit. Like, hell no. So it's like, I really feel like that in itself should, if can't nobody else vouch for me, like at this point, your ass should be able to, like, you feel me? And I don't be tripping on that, but it's like, like I be chilling, man. I don't be trying to, even when I can, and I got I could have the upper hand on somebody and still don't use it. Like, it happens so much where it's like, I could really like turn up, and either you outnumbered or you gonna lose or something, like, and it's like, I don't even take it, because I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, so it's like, I just feel like that situation just showed me how much I grew too. Like, even to be able to be with coming here and talking to you again, and we're just having a conversation. You feel me? It's like, it was a point in time where a person could do less than what the fuck I felt like the fucking video edit was, and I'm just like, I'm never talking to them again. Fuck them. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, really running with it, and it's like, I really changed. Like, so I feel like we both should be proud. Like,
no, for sure. I think growth is huge. I think people, death of the ego. Like, I like how you named one of your songs "Ego," because like, you gotta let go of your ego sometimes, and even if you're completely in the right about a situation, sometimes you have to let it go, because there's greater things for both people or for a party or even for yourself singularly that can come out of just being able to forgive somebody or move past somebody.
Because some should be smaller, and the ego will make it big as fuck, and then it's like, once you come down and you chill the fuck out, calm the fuck down, you're like, damn, ain't even that deep.
Yeah, I'm like that right now though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when people like with the podcast and stuff, my ego's at a level where I don't look too much at it. I don't talk about it too much. I don't really look at it like a success. I just look at it like whoever's gonna come talk to me to be a part of it, I have to really fuck with you to some degree. I always tell people, like, I know it sucks to say, but either you're kind of booking to get on here, or I really, really fuck with you, and that's the only two ways you're getting on this damn podcast. But sometimes major people will message me to come on, and I'll literally delete their fucking messages because of the way they ask to come on. Like they'll be like,
they feel like
I'm gonna be here next week. I'm gonna be here next week. What time can you fit me in? I'm like, bitch, you didn't say hi.
Right.
You don't follow.
Right.
Like, fuck you. And
Right.
that's where my ego's at right now. My ego's at the point where I don't care how successful you are. I know I built a reputation to the point where you should come at me respectfully.
I mean, but at the end of the day, having that mindset, ain't nothing wrong with that. Because if you don't value yourself like that, the next person ain't. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you feel like, damn, the least you could say is, hey, how you doing? Or hit the fucking follow button or something. Like, you know what the fuck you should do to butter me up a little bit. Like, goddamn, like, that just come like you big dog and shit. And I didn't work this hard to get to where I'm at that you even want to be on here. Like, if I was a nobody, you wouldn't want to come on here. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, like, you gotta, but treating yourself and knowing who you are, like, I feel like, ego or no ego, like, you still supposed to know that and still handle yourself like that. Like, even like I had people that be mad at how much I charge a motherfucker for a booking or for a goddamn feature, and it's like, you might not pay it, but the next person is. And even if they don't, I said what the fuck I want. Like, I know. Like, I don't care. Like, you could be like, oh, well, she ain't XYZ and da-da-da-da, but it's like, I don't care. I know who I am. I know what I do. I know what I bring. And even if I don't bring a crowd, I bring energy. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel like, I know her. I love her. Like, it's going to be an experience when you meet me, like, or whenever we do business. So it's like, yeah, as long as you know who you is, fuck them. Yeah.
No, that's a good perspective. See, you're always enlightening a motherfucker.
Yeah, man, listen. Trauma and hurt and all that other shit do it to you. Like, sometimes, like, even when we did our last interview, I was watching, the slides, and I was just like, damn, that's some real ass shit. Slide it like, shit, said that. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it just come off natural to the point where sometimes I learn from myself that it's like, I don't have media training, like, I don't sit here and fucking, I don't even, like, how some girls pre-argue with a motherfucker and know what they finna say?
Yeah.
Or I don't do that. I'm like, hell no, I ain't got time for that. I just let it go natural. Like, I don't try to think about what I'm finna say before I say it. Sometimes I do now. Like, I will think before I speak. But for the most part, like, conversations like this, like, I just let it come out.
Man, when Herk came on my podcast, he I feel like he did, I know he's an OG and everything, and I know he was, like, straightforward, but I feel like he was expecting bullshit from me. Because if I said anything even which I do respect him, I changed a lot of the way I do stuff because of him. Because any little fucking thing I said wrong, he's like, do your fucking research. Do your research.
Listen, he's so big on that. But he's a real OG. Though. He's really and it's not even about, like, even if maybe because my respect for him and me knowing him the way I do, like, even if I took the music away, I still would respect him the same way. Like, how he talk, how he handle himself, how he love. You know what I'm saying? Like, the respect he give to other people is like, Herk one of them people that you want to be on point when you're around him. Yeah. It's like, oh, hell no. Like, because he not going for no games, but he cool as hell, and it's a respect thing. That's all it is, and I love him.
No, he changed my whole approach to everything I do, because I found myself at a certain point when I was podcasting where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have people on, we're gonna have genuine conversations. I don't really care about the history too much, which I still follow that outline a little bit. But if I'm bringing up information about you, if I'm bringing up a fact or something that happened or history, and I'm wrong, it was ketchup, it wasn't mustard. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Like, I learned that from Herk, where I'm like, oh, you know what, man? If you're gonna talk about facts, start saying the right shit.
Because you don't want to come off disrespectful or like, you could be asking somebody a question and it seem like, oh, well, your favorite color red or blue, and the whole time they're like, bitch, it's purple. It's purple for a reason. Everybody knows it's purple, and it's like, well, I didn't fucking know, but it just come off weird as hell. Nah, it's like, what the fuck? Nah, fuck your favorite color. I don't even want to ask you another question. Like,
we good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just my head.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I was walking in the gym the other day, and some guy looked at me, and you know when somebody looks at you and they know who you are.
Yes.
So he looks at me and he's pointing at me, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna say hi to him. He's like, Kid Eye, and then I was like, I turned to the sauna. I'm like, yeah, for sure, and I just kept walking because I was like, motherfucker, like.
Listen, and that still happen to me sometimes. Like some people, and sometimes they be so nervous they fuck up with my name, and I'll be like, how? But
How they fuck up your name? It's
some people do, yeah, and some people, you know.
What do they say, like Rakisha or something? Like,
Nah, they'd be like Roxy or they favorite. Listen, I be fucking with people because I'm really a goofy person. You feel me? So, a lot of people be scared to be like, "Hey, you rock," or "You Rocky." You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, "You look familiar," and I'd be like, "I do." They'd be like, "Yeah." I'd be like, Or they'd be like, I know you from somewhere. And the whole time I know they know who I am. And I'd just be like, I get that all the time. Or somebody be like, you look like Rocky Bad. And I'd be like, I hear that all the time. Like, I be acting like you want to play dumb, I'm going to play dumb.
Yeah.
I'm going to really run with it. Like, to the point where sometimes, like, a motherfucker be playing dumb and be like, whole time I know you know who I am. You Rocky. I'd be like, I don't know.
I hate
You
when people
tell
do
me.
that shit though. It's like, especially when I'm with a girl, bro. Tell me why it's like this. Like when I'm with a bitch, when I'm with a female, y'all motherfuckers disappear from Oakland Mall. Like nobody knows me and shit, or like you'll look at me but not say anything. We're all by myself. They all come up to me.
No,
motherfucker, you
people
supposed to.
are different when you with somebody, because I say this all the time, and I'm so glad I hear a man say it now, like on a whole nother flip. But like when I'm out by myself, that's when I get harassed. Like, oh my God, I done heard the craziest shit when I'm by myself. But even if it's just one man that's with me, they barely even, they might say hey or something, but they come off so different, or they might not even bother me. But it be different. Like when you by yourself, they just feel like, all right, if I get hold, it's just me and you, or it's just them. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if they know you got a witness.
You don't gotta worry about that. When I'm with a female, please do that.
Say please.
Come
say
up to me
something.
and say
Run
something, man.
up.
I was with this girl on Valentine's Day like 2 years ago, and I was sitting with her, and I swear to God, she's gonna fucking every single time I do this, I get in trouble. I get my phone blows up the next day. But I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
So I'm sitting with this girl at Valentine's Day. She wouldn't even sit next to me. And then when I made my move to like give her a kiss, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like sitting, I'm like, "Damn." This dude pops up out of nowhere. He's like, "Oh, bro." He's like, "Kid L, man, what's up?" And he's like, "Can I take a picture? Can I do this? Can I do that?" Tell me why I was hitting a doggy that night. You know what I'm saying?
Say easy.
From no kiss.
Easy.
From no, don't sit next to me to pull down the panty drawers and just dive in.
I ain't gonna lie. This one nigga I used to kick it with. Anyhow. Yeah, like before we started talking, I pulled up on him and shit. He had like 2 bitches at the crib. They ain't had nothing to do with me. I'm like, shit, he just a cool nigga. We about to drink some 42. I'm about to get the fuck on. Go to my little hoe. You feel me? So he said the bitch was not giving him no play. And when I came over there to chill, that's when he fucked that night. Yeah, he fucked her that night. Like, wow, that's crazy. And we ended up really kicking it after that. Like, wow, I got you some pussy. What the fuck? This is crazy. Yeah.
Just off the name.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's why I take it very serious, though, because it's like you got to care about your name more than anything. Like, because, you know, like a lot of people do shit for... I hate the word clout, but they do a lot of stuff for other people to like them and feel like they are bigger than what they is and all this other shit. But it's like when you take that away, or the jewelry or the clothes, the designer shit, and, you know, just shit like that. It's like when you take all of that away, who really respects you in your name? You know what I'm saying? Like, I always been like that. Like, my name, I care more about my name than my goddamn Instagram page. I care about my name more than my jewelry. Like, my name really, I value that. Because if all this shit gets stripped from me, nah, my name's still in the clear. Like, yeah. Feel good.
No, that's the best way to look at it. I feel like a lot of people will do stuff to devalue themselves over time, and they'll sign up for a bunch of shit that devalues them, and then they wonder why they're like not where they want to be 3 years later.
Right.
You know?
The whole time, like, shit, you didn't care about your own name.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
That's how you are when you're a kid. When you're a kid, you don't give a damn about what you do.
Yeah.
But when you grow up, comes a certain point. Like, I'm sure there's a person in your life that you look at that person like, I really like the way this person lives their life. I really appreciate it. I really wish I could kind of simulate how they live their life, like as a character, as a person. And I look at people sometimes like that too. And now I became that. I eventually became that person.
Yeah.
I always like looked at one person. I said, I fuck with the way you live.
Yeah.
I fuck with the way you do things. And that's because every second of that person's life, they kept themselves responsible for who they are and how they put themselves out there. So everybody's perception of them is usually a good one.
Yeah. Like, I keep bringing you up, but Curtis is probably one of the top 3 people that I ever met and know that, yeah, for sure one. But, I just had I never heard nothing bad about him to the point where if somebody was to say anything bad about him, I'd be like, something wrong with you. Like, and I've met a lot of people that know him. So it's like, my respect for him is so different, and it's not solely based off of that, but that say a lot in my eyes. Like, that whole way more weight where it's like, I don't care what you say. You can't say nothing, but what can you say about him? Like, nothing. Like, even if you could, it holds no weight. Fuck you. You're probably the only person that feel like that. Nobody care.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who have great reputations in this world, and you have to have respect for them because, like I said, they carried themselves a certain way. They held themselves accountable at every moment of their life. Instead of being loosey-goosey, and not really taking care of their name. I really appreciate. See, every time I do talk to you, like, or hear you talk, I do take gems away from it, and I do apply it to myself. So it shows that you have a spiritual wisdom about you.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I'm glad to see that you're continuing, like, as hard as you are. But I do feel like there was more of a presence at a certain point with, like, how much you put yourself out there. And I feel like now with the amount of supporters you have, you're focused on them more so than branching out and doing something where you're trying to gain a newer audience, from what I'm seeing at least.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so just to continue on that note, nurturing and paying attention to the people that have been so supportive of you and the support and the fan base that you have now, and not so much branching off into trying to gain a new demographic or a new market or a new audience.
Yeah.
And talk about why I see it that way, at least.
Yeah. Because it's facts. Yeah. Yeah, you was on the sign with that one. I got, like, my supporters is so different that, like, it's some people that I never met in my life and I probably won't meet, but, like, I built a strong bond with them where it's like they ask me certain questions that my own family don't ask, or, like, I got certain supporters that DM me like, bitch, you ain't drop shit. What the fuck you doing? And I'm like, damn, why I gotta be a bitch? All right, my bad. I'm have to drop a song now just because you talking shit. Like, that's how we talk, So it's like, I'm cool with the people I do have. I be so cool with it to the point where, like, I'm not really pressed to where I'm like, I need new people. I need more. Like, I be like, shit, y'all motherfuckers lit. I love y'all. Like, shit, now if some, new people come, then cool. But it's like, I'm not necessarily content with where I'm at, but it's like, it's so natural and it's so cool where it's like, you damn near forget, like, oh, damn, you was supposed to be bringing in more, It's like, I fuck with y'all. So, I'm like, I don't know.
I look at, like, if you're talking about Detroit, I feel, and I've said this before, so I'm not afraid to say it now, but I feel like I've reached my cap as far as who's going to fuck with me from Detroit. I don't think that anybody who pays attention to Detroit music or the entertainment scene in Detroit hasn't seen me yet. Therefore, the people that are supporting me now are going to be the people from Detroit that support me. I don't think I'm going to somehow make somebody new from Detroit like me.
That's not true.
I don't, you know why? Because I've been doing this since 2017, really since 2012. I feel like with the consistency and how much I promoted myself and marketed myself in Detroit, that anybody that has seen me by now would have became a supporter. And if they didn't, that's cool. They just don't support me on that level.
You can't
because
think like
I think
that,
but it's you know why I know it's the truth?
Why?
Because I've just put too much legendary shit out there. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to brag.
Look,
I put some.
I'm going to just tell you this because based off my experience, like, Detroit, first of all, you're not talking about Atlanta or California or something. Like Detroit, we talking about Detroit. Like when you hear California, like it's so many different cities that got their own shit going on, popping just as hard on the same level, or really got shit going on. Like when you talk about Michigan, like Flint is now making a mark, and that's facts. Like they been did their own thing and been was doing shit, but like right now, like they really making a stamp for their own self. But when you talked about Michigan, it was always just Detroit. So it's like it's hard as fuck because Detroit is like that cousin that's like 1 minute y'all like each other, y'all fuck with each other, and the next minute is like they gonna hold the fuck out of you quick as hell, don't give a fuck, gonna laugh at you, point every fucking flaw out, So it's like a love-hate relationship. It's like Detroit is really like your cousin, no matter who the fuck you know, who you don't know, who you cool with, who you ain't cool with, because 1 minute they can love the fuck out you, next minute they will hold the fuck out you and then love you again. So it's like with Detroit, it's a process. So like they will love the fuck out of you and then hate the fuck out of you and then love you again. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like you shouldn't feel like that because you're going to always keep evolving. And you might end up becoming a person that everybody sat back and watched and maybe they didn't fuck with you, but now they, all right, I like what he on now. All right, yeah, I see what he doing. I fuck with him. And then, of course, you got them people where all it take is for goddamn Drake to come sit on his couch and you sure he gonna let the fuck out you won, So yeah. I just think it's just the process, and it's like you really can't even base that off of like, well, if you fucking with me now, that's probably it. Like, nah, because some people just gotta grow, and some people maybe like even how I used to talk. It's like I understand why I was pulling certain people, and it's like the way I talk now is completely different, and it's like some people ain't on what I'm on or mentally on that page where they can even understand what the fuck I'm saying right now. So it's gonna take time. Where it's like the shit that I'm saying right now, I might get we're just gonna throw a number out there, 50 people that's just like, I understand what she's saying. And then 5 years from now, 100K motherfuckers gonna be like, no, this bitch was really talking for real then, So yeah, you can't base
I appreciate that perspective.
Yeah.
And I do want to touch on that with the comments that I did see from our last podcast. Oh, can you pull your mic in a little bit too? Mm-hmm. When we released that podcast, the clips, I remember a lot of people commenting saying, I never knew she was like this. Like, I never seen the side of Rocky before. And I did watch all of your interviews. I watched every single one. And I think one thing is we had a lot of time to talk. So you got to really, really express yourself. Plus, I do think we have a connection. I feel like we share a connection where it's very easy for us to talk to each other. But a lot of people were like, I'd never seen the side of Rocky before. I didn't know the side of Rocky existed.
Yeah. Because, again, when I go live, I don't like when it's too many people on my live. I will end it. Like, I don't like it. But, like, when it's like 150, I stay on that bitch all day. Like, we kicking it. We talk. Like, anybody that's ever really been on any of my lives for real will know. Like, when it's a certain number, it get deep. We gonna talk. Man, people that opened up on my live and expressed a lot of shit that I'm like, damn, that was deep. All right, well, I'm gonna go deeper then since you playing. Like, all right, let's go. You feel me? But it's like, that's not enough people, where it's like a lot of people just see, like, when it's drama or it's bullshit or it's, a problem, that's when it's fucking all these thousands of people that's watching, they seeing how you talk. But it's like when I get to talking on some real shit, it's like on live shit, it's only a certain number of people that's really like listening for real. So it's like, I don't know. And that's the whole point of me even doing a podcast tour, because it's like I be so isolated and I be in my own little world that I be cool with the 150 on live and we talking. I might be on that bitch for hours. People be commenting like, you still on here? Block. Shut up. Why are you even saying that? But yeah, so this whole tour is really for people to understand and get to know me for real, because sometimes I do get tired of trying to explain who I am and it be like, you just don't know me, or, so this is to open up a door for them to like kind of get an idea where it's like, no, I really be, I got my little ways.
No, it's cool as hell. It's fun to see. Even
Yeah.
like there was a video I remember seeing that popped up on my stream where on my feed where it was like you guys were at a roller skating arena and it was like you guys were just having a fucking great time and like just calming shit down for a moment.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. Like even with that video shoot, because I was shooting a video that day, and I probably can never book with them again.
The videographers or the roller
it's
skating?
over. No, the skating rink, it's over. I can.
You guys fucked
over.
up the place?
No, we actually nobody fought. Nobody did nothing that they shouldn't do. But however, they was just like being so mean and just like the way that they made us pay double just to even do it, and we couldn't even do it the way we tried. Like we couldn't even bring the cameras in at the certain time. Like it was just crazy. Like they just was being an asshole, and I got to a point where I was just like, it was like the last 10 minutes, and I was like, everybody get on the skating rink right now. I don't care if y'all ain't got no skates on. Get on the skating rink right now. And they was so mad. And I had somebody block the DJ booth so they couldn't turn the music off. And I'm like,
oh my God,
pull the cameras out. I don't give a fuck. Like, let's go. I'm like, y'all better make this shit count. You feel me? But it was fun. Even when we went in the parking lot, like they shut the lights off. I'm like, well, turn y'all car lights on. Like, I don't care. We gonna make it work. But it was just fun. Like, I like doing stuff like that. Like, I really like having fun. Where it's just, we just
when they
chilling.
do like the Sandlot flashback of that day, somebody's gonna be like, we were all banned from the skating rink that night.
Basically, man, yeah, like
But it
they
was
was
worth it.
threatening us, talking about they gonna call the police. We like, call them. Nothing is happening. Nobody's getting into a fight like that. It was, even Curtis can vouch. Even my mama can vouch. My mama was like, this is the first time I seen you working and you was just cool. Like, and it was so much shit that was going wrong. And I was just like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I was just still cool. Like, I probably only had like 2 shots of liquor within fucking 9 hours of working. And I was just like, just cool with a lot of shit where it was just like, it's all good. Gonna make it work. Like, it was fun.
I've had so much experiences with police that now when somebody says they're gonna call the police, I'm like, all right, because like, you know what's gonna happen for real if you didn't do anything really wrong. You're just gonna talk to them like, all right, get the fuck out of here, and you leave.
Yeah.
So now when people threaten police, it's like, what's it? You're just wasting our time. I got
Long as
I got
I'm in
about 20 more
Detroit-
minutes then.
Yeah, as long as I'm in Detroit, I don't mind at all because a lot of the police officers that are in Detroit know who I am. So it's like, I be getting cussed out and they be like, go home. Or, like, they don't really, like, you got certain officers that probably knew or don't give a fuck and just want to make a name off of you. But for the most part, like, I used to be a hothead too, and I used to get into it with every fucking police officer I came in contact with. But it's like, nah, I be chilling. I be like, yeah, I don't fuck with the police. But however, like, the police really don't fuck with me, like, or just be, I got certain police officers, like this one, he used to stay fucking with me and taking me to jail. Like, I will come out of my house and he is behind my car and I'm like, what the fuck? Yep, turn around. I'm like, what? And just 2 months ago, maybe 3, I don't know. It wasn't that long ago. He came to my mom's house, knocked on the door. It just so happened I was over there. I was up too. I was over there and it was 8 a.m. He come knocking at the door and he like, I just want to come apologize for what I used to be on, and I know I used to be fucking with you, and it's like I was on some super cop shit, and da-da-da-da, and he was just like, I lost my mom, my grandma, and yeah, and I wish I could have met you on different circumstances, and I just wanted to let you know, you did bond out faster than I always thought, and I'm just like,
what the hell?
And then, literally, a month ago, I had a run-in with the police, and he do the same shit he apologized for. Like, that's why I don't trust the motherfuckers. But it's like, goddamn. But that's just.
He used to just take you to jail for nothing behind it type shit. Like,
he knew my shit wasn't all the way together. So either way it go, if you come in contact with me, it's really up to you if you want to take me to jail or not.
Oh wow.
But like, yeah, he used to just come fuck with me, and I just come outside like, why are you here?
So, like, in all reality, he had a reason to take you away, but
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah,
That's some
yeah,
bullshit for
yeah.
sure.
And I used to be telling people like, bro, he be fucking with me, and then like people just going off of what they think they know about me. They just be, nah, bitch, you be doing something, or nah, it's your mouth, it's your attitude, it's this, it's that. And then when he came to apologize, I'm like, I knew I was never tripping.
Right.
Like I knew you be fucking with me, and then he come do the same shit. But this time they couldn't take me to jail because you can't do that this time.
Is there a reason?
Yeah, I mean, it was no way unless they were just gonna be flat out illegal.
Yeah.
But it was no way they could just take me to jail this time.
Yeah, it's I always look at that like they used to have episodes of like what's that one show where people what's that one fucking show back in the day that always had like different crazy scenarios of like situations happening to people, and now they made like a Black Mirror version of it. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's one of the most Twilight Zone, right?
Oh.
In the Twilight Zone, there was an episode where a person was literally like telling everybody like, "Hey, I'm innocent, but nobody would ever believe, like the boy who cried wolf type shit.
Right.
Only you never lied in the first place.
Right. Right.
And like it's the craziest feeling, right? Of like everybody thinking you're lying.
It
like,
suck. And it's like, but that's why I don't speak on a lot of shit, because it's like I don't like feeling like people don't believe me. Cause it's like I'm not a naturally lying type of person. Like if I lie, like you really know I'm lying. Let's just to the police. But, I done got to the point where I just stopped lying to their asses when they be running my shit. I just be like, fuck it. I'm just tell y'all what y'all about to see on that screen. And it's like I realized being honest about your name really fucking saves a lot of shit, because I got flicked one time, right? This was my first time driving a fucking SRT Durango, right? So I'm like, this my homeboy in the hood rental. I'm like, yeah, let me try that bitch. He like, go ahead. He like, don't crash. I'm like, I ain't gonna crash. I got it. Literally got flicked less than 2 minutes later. And when they flaked me, they come up to the car, I get them this fake ass name. So I'm caught on, like, I'm flaked. They done came literally quick as hell because I wasn't that far. He come back to the car, and it was 2 white officers. They come back to the car, and he was like, yeah, September. So we just gonna give you a ticket and da-da-da. I just start talking normal, like, all right. He like, so yeah, why you lie? I'm like, cause I ain't want to go to jail. He's like, you know you got warrants. I'm like, yeah.
Man.
He like, so why you speeding? I'm like, cause I wanted to see what it could do. He's like, man, take your ass on a racetrack or something. Like, yeah, go park this motherfucker. It let me pull off, and I really did go back to the hood, and everybody was out there laughing and shit. But, yeah, I ended up going to CJ Barrymore's the next day and went on a little racetrack, and I came first place. I'm like, damn, he was right. I had to come out here. But yeah, I be having certain officers that's cool. Like, I get flicked, and they just be like, go park this bitch. Like, all right.
I had a guest on here. His name was Marvin Cotton Jr., and he was convicted of a crime he didn't commit. He was sentenced for 19 years. So he spent 19 years in prison, and then he just got released like not too long ago. And when he came on, he said that the cops had conspired against him to they needed to find somebody to be guilty, so they picked him for whatever reason. And it was very unfortunate. But that's why you can believe people these days that like cops do conspire, or they'll just do something to mess with you, or whatever they need to get out of it. They have quotas and stuff like that. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
So,
and my first case was assault to a police officer. You feel me? So like having that, and when I was going, it was a point in time where I stayed going to jail, and yeah, it was bad. It was like, I don't know. It's just that one time, and then after that, it was 6 more after that. Like, so bad. But I remember when I first started going, they see assault to a police officer, so they just instantly like, oh, you like to hit cops, and and I'm just like, I'm not about to touch you. It wasn't nothing like that. Like, shut up. You feel me? So like they was giving me a hard time, but it's like, I don't know if it, like, I was sitting in jail one time, like, getting processed out, and I was on the male side, like, so I was at the county, and I don't know why, I don't know if they still do this, but even if you're a female and you get processed out, you on the male side, but you in a cell by yourself, so it's not like you over there with men, but they had just brought a man in, and while they was leaving out, I heard them playing Ragdoll when I first dropped it, and I'm like, fuck? But I'm in jail. Like, nobody hear this shit, witness this shit. I'm in a cell by myself. I'm like, I'm ready to go. But I'm sitting there like, can y'all go to something else? Like, why y'all watching me? You feel me? Like, I done even been in the hood before and out there illegal as hell. That's all I'm going to say. And motherfucking police car come past. I done took off running. I'm high. They come back. They're like, Rocky be out here? They like, nope. They're like, we thought we saw her. Tell her we a fan of her music.
Damn.
Pulled off and everybody like, and I'm like, nigga, that ain't funny. Like, the fuck? But yeah, so that's why I said in Detroit, yeah, like some of the police officers I done went to school with or grew up in the same neighborhood with, like we grown now, so people really police officers.
When it comes to people not believing something you say, and I think people go through this a lot. I think it's because of this. I think it's because when you get yourself in a lot of trouble that is your fault, when it's not your fault, it's like, man, shut the fuck up.
Right. Yeah.
You know you did something. Like, that's how I used to be. Like, I used to always get in trouble, and when I didn't do something, I'm like, man, can you fucking
It's
believe
so
me?
hard. Yeah.
But then you're like, all right, get it, fuck it. Like, you're not going to believe me about this. Like, when I used to cheat all the time. No. Like, I never cheated. When I was in a relationship, I never cheated, not even one time. I never cheated, but one time I broke up for like 3 days. And I slept with another girl, and I knew in the back of my mind I was probably gonna get back with my girl. Yeah. So I was like, kind of. Is that cheating?
That's cheating. That's cheat.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say cheating. That's cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
but
she never believed me again after that. She was like, every time you do this, now I feel like you're cheating on me. Yeah. So.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie. Like, I really give myself time when I break up with somebody, just because I don't want to have to explain what I did. Yeah, so it's like, if I break up with you, I gotta make sure, like, oh no, even if we get back later, but it's like, it gotta be to a point where I'm like, no, it's a dub on this shit, because I'm not finna explain. I don't want to have to tell you I just got some head from dog and I was texting this motherfucker. Like, I don't want to explain shit. Hell no.
Man, I'm at the point, I'm fucked up with this shit. Like, I'm on, like, fucking DMing girls while I'm getting head. I'm like, I can't be living like this, son. Hey, I'm in a bad place when it comes to sex, all right? Because I'm in a place where, like, I'm getting it thrown at me so much where, like, man, I gotta stop saying shit like this. I swear to God, Rocky, you're not gonna believe me. Every time I say some shit, bro, there's people that literally, like, there's girls that fuck with me that literally watch this, like, every minute when I say it, and they go like, you were talking about me.
Yep.
And I'm like, bitch, I was, but how do you know that? Like, why are you watching this shit?
Yeah, I go through the same shit.
You can't say shit on this shit.
No,
trouble.
you can't say nothing. Shut the fuck up. But I'm the type of person that I put it in the music, so it'd be like, what you want now? Listen, if you gonna be in your feelings about it, this ain't the life you want to live with me. Yeah. Like, shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, entertainers take a big sacrifice, right? Because you can never really live like a normal person.
No.
Everything you do is exposed and can get twisted and can get magnified. When it's a regular person doing something, it's not a big deal.
Nobody
but when you
cares.
do something, it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah. And, like, it be the stories for me. Like, you know, like, people be so quick to say or speak on you as a person, but they don't say they in. You know, where it's like, for an example, they'll bring up, like, yeah, you did this and Rocky was doing that and da-da-da-da, but they not gonna speak on, like, but I did push her there, or I did say this whole ass shit, or I did do this to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't never say that, but they gonna tell the story. Yeah. They gonna tell the story all day.
When I was younger, I remember watching my mom and dad fight, like, all the time. And I remember, like, hearing the fights happening. And then I would go talk to my dad about what happened, and he would remove everything my mom, like, he had said to my mom first. Oh, he would get rid of everything he said before. I'm like, motherfucker, you can't get rid of the part that you slammed the door in her face, like, called her a bitch and shit like that. No offense, Paz, but I'm just saying, like, you know, people do subtract their wrongdoings, and I'm doing my best as a person to not do that at all. If I did something wrong, I'm at the point in my life where it's like, yeah, I fucking did something wrong.
See, I own my shit so much that if I did do something wrong, I feel like I got a valid reason for why I did it, and I don't care. I'm still I know, but it's
even
like,
Corey's over here like,
man,
what?
Look, that's just me. He knows. Because we done had conversations where I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go do this and do that, and then he'd be like, but why? And then I'd be like, all right, well, and I keep it a buck, but yeah, I be feeling like, you know, I learn and I do take accountability for shit, but, you know, sometimes I feel like if I did something, even if it was wrong, I got a reason for why I did it. Like, it's not like I just came
not
out of
good.
nowhere
That's
for
not
doing
good.
it.
Just say
No,
that.
for sure, because I'm different now. I noticed that's how it was. Let me say that. That's how it
Okay.
was because I also got to a point where I started realizing, like, I can't keep saying, well, this is the reason why I did this, or I said this because of this, or this person. Like, no, that's too much control. Like, that means other people can control what you do and how you move and what you say, you know. So, but yeah, like, I own my shit.
A new like thing I'm thinking about in life when I talk to people and people get upset by somebody else's words is I'm always thinking to myself, like, wow, you really let somebody's psychology interfere with your psychology, right? At the end of the day. And I think responsibility is the key word, because when you talk about responsibility, people think it means like, oh, I'm responsible for what you did and what I did in that moment. But I think it goes beyond that. I think responsibility is your ability to respond to a situation. And responsibility starts from within, first of all.
Yeah.
How are you responding to it from within, first of all? Let's say you did some fucked up shit to me. Let's say you slapped me in my face.
Okay.
Internally, I could think to myself, like, fuck, what the Rocky just slapped me in the face, and I'm getting my temper up and I'm getting mad. Me and Corey and Curtis are about to go at it and like everything's going crazy. I could respond like that internally and get my temper up and get it raised and feel terrible afterwards. But I think responsibility really starts by you being able to stay however you want within. So if Rocky slaps me right now, I got to be able to stay calm within first. And then the next phase of responsibility is how I delegate myself in reality, like how I'm handling you in the situation. If you slap me, I have a ways to respond. I can hit you back, which I would never do.
Yeah.
Girl, I could act like I got knocked out. I could like post it all over the internet like Rocky did this to me, son.
Yeah.
But you have to say that when you did something or whatever, that you take responsibility no matter what the other person did. Unless the only circumstances I can think of is if like somebody puts a gun to your head or somebody like is really trying to put you in a bad situation, then you can't take
But
forward.
also too, like, people don't be understanding that people are people. Like, we deal with shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes like it might just be bad timing. Like,
But it's still your responsibility.
For sure. And that's where it takes you as a person, where it's like, I don't think people understand how hard it is to really grow. Like, when people hear the word, and I just said this, when people hear the word growth, they just assume all this positive shit. And it's like, no, that is so fucking hard. Like, to even be able to control yourself or to think before you react, or just to, you know, compose yourself a certain kind of way, like, that take way more than just doing what the fuck you want to do. So it's like, I had certain moments where, you know, I be all the way on point, and I had moments where I might lash out and don't even realize that's what I'm doing. But, you know, I got this going on, and this one little thing triggered me, and I'm responding, but that's because I didn't deal with all this shit that I got going on. So it's like, you gotta like kind of handle certain shit so that way you can't get triggered by certain shit.
Yeah.
When it do happen, you can be able to compose yourself, or you can, like, you know, have it move some space out your head so you can think about what's happening at that moment. You know, because it was a point in time where I had so much shit going on in my head that a person could talk to me and I didn't hear nothing they said. Not one fucking word. Not one word. And it's like, I got to a point where two different people was having two different conversations with me, and I heard both, and I understood both, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, but I made room, like, you know, where it's like, okay, I can be in this moment and understand, like, this is what's going on right now, opposed to thinking about shit from last week. I'm thinking about shit that gotta happen this week. I just thought about something that happened earlier today. You know, sometimes you gotta kind of clear that shit out your head.
Do you feel, you know, I'm watching like the rise of the new female artists in Detroit and whatnot, and I'm seeing just like it's a flurry now. You know, even I think in the mainstream, female artists are dominating the industry. I believe they're like topping the charts over a lot of male artists, which is super, super cool and interesting. You being one of the like, you know, starting female rappers in Detroit, for real, like, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Talk about how you're perceiving that, how you're looking at it, where you feel like you're at with that too.
Music is just natural as fuck to me. So it's like, I don't do it for a lot of reasons. Like, I really just do it because it's like, it's so natural that if I'm not doing it, something wrong. So just seeing where it's at now, it's like, it's dope. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I really wish when I first started coming up, it was already like this, but like that wasn't the hand I was dealt. Like when I was coming up, it really wasn't a lot of female rappers that was like, you know, it was like shit. Nicki was still the only top motherfucker for real, where it's like, nah, you got plenty of options. You got this person, that person, that person, and they all successful and doing their own thing, you know. So I'm like, honestly, I think it's a good thing, you know, but however, you know, because of that, I think that's the reason why women don't like to give other women a props, where it's like, yeah, it's easier now, but you gotta know who made it easier for you to do this shit. And, you know, like, it's the difference between just flat out dick sucking and giving flowers, you know, but it's like people make giving somebody their flowers seem like you shouldn't do that, or you can't do that, or like it's like damn near at the bottom of the list, where it's like, nah, that should be something that's like serious, like, you know.
No, yeah, I mean, for sure. You broke the doors. You helped break the doors down,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's similar to when you hear like Herk when he talks, and when he said like we broke this open, like we're the ones who made this happen, and you're a female artist that broke the doors down for Detroit to make what's happening now. And you know, it would be awesome to hear your name more often. It would be awesome to hear, and I think that's not even, like you said, you're paying attention to your core fan base right now. So I feel like when you do start wanting to get to the next level, it's going to be back to normal, just like how it was.
Yeah, I mean, but that just come with time, because again, like, when Instagram to me is just Instagram, but to other people they care so much about it. So it's like, okay, I remember when I was at 350K, and then I remember when I was back to fucking 10 followers real quick, like as soon as I made the page over. So it's like, other people, is how they look at you. So when they feel like, oh, you went from up here to down here, it's like, no, it's just time. Like, it's gonna be right back, like, cause I'm me. Like, I already did it, and I'm gonna do it again, you know. So it's like, really, I feel like, yeah, it's just a time thing.
Well, I also feel like this, and I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble for saying this, but I feel like at the same time, damn, I'm gonna get in so much fucking trouble for saying this shit. I guess this is part of the game, though.
Yeah.
To how you elevate yourself as a person who does podcasts, you have to speak the truth.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of these female artists, god damn it, they have managers and they have people funding them to like such a degree that they're basically making it seem like something's happening at a level that it's not really happening at. Because when I watch your shows, or when I watch like you know, you're performing somewhere or whatever, I see a full audience. I see people going crazy. I see a lot of traction happening. I see your engagement on social media. I see how you have diehard fans. And if you wanted to sell out a show like to max capacity, you could if you wanted to. And I think a lot of these female artists are making it seem like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And I personally know for a fact,
no,
y'all
me too.
Y'all are
Me
not
too.
really selling these,
Facts is
like,
facts.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I know that, you know, there's a couple obviously they can cash though, obviously, just to say
shout out
one that
Katie.
can obviously sell,
Yeah.
but I know a lot aren't really doing it, and male artists do it too. I'm not gonna just say female artists.
But I mean, you not saying nothing that's not true, because I've seen it for myself, like literally at a show, and I see how the crowd interact with me, and then I get off and I'm watching the other people perform, and I can see like, okay, they ain't fucking with shorty like this. Like, what the fuck is happening? And then go on their Instagram, and they made it look so fucking good, where I'm like, but I don't care to make something look better than what it is. Like, I just really just be like I haven't even posted pictures for real. Like, my manager been on my ass, like, look, you on this goddamn tour, you got this. Like, I got pictures and videos and all type of footage, and I just haven't posted shit. And I'm just like, all right, I swear I am. I'm gonna do it. And like, I'm still gonna do it. Swear to God, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start on it tonight. But yeah, so like, yeah, they make it look good, but it's like, I'm a strong believer in like, people know the real against the fake. And it's like, even if you make it look good, like, I just feel like you got a long way to go. Because you can't keep making it look good.
Yeah.
Like, you making it look good, but how long you think you going to keep this up?
The proof is in the fucking pudding.
Yeah, because
and listen, some of this
see
music
that
is straight
shit.
up ass. Look, man, when I was listening to Rocky first come out, not first come out, when I first started listening to it, I was like, this shit's fired.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Some of these tracks been releasing, and I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like,
But
get real here for a
it's the
second. This is some
internet.
bullshit.
It's the internet because, like, and it's like damn near like a slap in the face for real because I just feel like it's two different types of, well, not even two, it's a lot of different types of rap, but like you got the people that just say bullshit.
Yes.
Just complete bullshit and they just go crazy. And then you got people that really sit there and put a lot of thought behind the words that they picking and what they saying and they cadence and they flow and they swag with it, you know, that put a lot of thought behind it. And it's like, it's getting overlooked because this person just said some bullshit and y'all just up this motherfucker ass and y'all acting like this is the hardest shit y'all ever heard. And here go a person that really did like say some shit where you like, oh nah, like this was sweet, like what the fuck? But it gets no, and I just feel like,
well, not only your music, but whatever the shit you talk about too.
Yeah.
So it's like you got everything going on, and
Yeah.
sometimes I'll listen to artists, and I'm not gonna just specifically talk about female artists, but
Right.
I'm gonna lean on it a little bit where, you know, again, you can have the whole image that everything is really going on and nothing is really going on. The way I look at it is like, let's look at those streams real quick. No, hold up. Let's look at the actual engagement that you're getting here. Are people, because you know how people, you never did this, and when we used to follow each other, I never got a message from you saying comment on my shit.
oh no,
I never got some shit like that where like I know these girls are
Yeah.
and some of these people are like sending me like what's called a pod.
No, they do that. Yeah,
it's like fill up my shit,
I
fill
get
up my
that,
shit.
and I be like, no, I don't even want to go look at it. No,
Yeah.
I'm not even finna like it. Why are you asking me to do it? Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
But honestly, like again, I really just feel like it's gonna come at a time where like everybody gets their time in a moment. Now it's up to you when you know, do what you gotta do. But I just feel like long as you keep working and doing what the fuck you gotta do, I feel like I'm just on the side of real. Like real gonna always, cause it's like it's certain people, it's certain women and men that I feel like I overlooked when I was younger and before I even had a video out. And I feel like they was overlooked. And now that I'm grown, I done went back and I'm like, oh no, they was just ahead of their time. Like, no, they was really on to some shit. No, they really, you know, so I just feel like I'm gonna be one of them people that, you know, 10 years from now, it's gonna be like, nah, that bitch was the truth for real.
No
like,
cap.
even if they don't see it right now, it's like, fuck it, yeah, I gotta see it one day.
I know you're short on time, busy woman. But I do want to ask, like, that's the fun aspect of it, right? Like, are you having fun making music? Are you having fun being involved in the scene right now, or how are you like experiencing it right now?
I mean, it depends. It got its days. Like, you know, 1 minute you feel like you having fun with it and yeah, you get in your bag and shit, and then the next minute it feel like it's work. Then the next minute it feel like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, then especially like once you go down that spiritual realm, that spiritual world, and you really start understanding words and vibrations and energy, I start getting to a point where I had to take a break because I start feeling like I'm talking about bullshit. No, fucking low vibrational beats. I'm talking about this and talking about that. I just don't even know what to rap about at this point. And it was just like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Like, bro. So it's like really finding balance and shit. But it's like, shit, I'm going to always have fun doing music because that's just what I genuinely love to do. Like, every song ain't a fucking hit. Like, I don't go in the studio and record a song and be like, that's the one. That's the one. I stopped saying it's the one a long ass time ago. Like, bro, because the one always be the one you never said was the one. So it's like, bro, just shut up. Don't even say that. So it's like, honestly, it's just doing the shit for real and doing it because that's what you genuinely want to do. Some people is doing this shit because they want attention, they want followers, or they like the lifestyle it come with, and they're going to be miserable. Yeah. Opposed to a person that love doing this shit and they doing it because that's what they love to do. It's like you gonna always win regardless. Even if it look like, well, this song not getting enough streams. I genuinely love this song and I had fun when I did this, and I did this because this is what I do. Opposed to a person that they don't get that many streams. They fucking pulling their hair out and going crazy, and they like, no. So now they want to go take a picture with this rapper and this singer and over here and over there just to, boost that up, make it look good. Like, fuck all that. Fuck making it look good. Is it really good?
Yes.
Like, you seen some food where it look good, but it's nasty.
Yeah.
That be a lot of these rappers. Like, fuck that. Like, is it really good, though? Like, am I going to eat it and be happy? No, you're going to eat that shit, spit it out, put it in goddamn trash. Fold the paper plate.
Yeah.
Put it in the trash.
An illusion is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
An illusion of success or an illusion of accomplishments.
And I like people seeing the grind. Like, I like people, like, that's what motivate me. Like, I like a lot of rappers that's mainstream. I like when they was broke. Swear to God. Like, I listened to them before they actually made it. Like, I love that because their mind was different. Like, they showed you different parts of them, like the way they talk, the way they handle themselves, opposed to, like, when they got up here. Because it's like, and that's just the type of person I am. Like, I want people to understand, like, no, like, I live in Detroit, too. Like, yeah, like, you can catch me at Coney, too. You feel me? Like, yeah, like, nigga, I'm doing this shit with y'all. I go to the studio, I work, yeah. You can see me at a show, and you can see me at a motherfucking beauty supply you be going to. You feel me? Like, that's just what it is. But it's like, I like showing people the grind part of it, where it's like, you don't have to act like you are somebody bigger. You can really be that bigger person, but just not there yet. But you don't have to act like you are bigger, because once you get there, you're going to be boring. You're going to be boring as fuck. I like my old videos, and I like videos when I was chilling in the hood all day, and I realized, like, bitch, you are stupid. You're the only one out here with something to lose, and you just out here dangling 4, 5 in the morning. I'm on live in the hood drunk. Like, bitch, you is tripping. You feel me? But it's like, I like it. So now when people be like, yeah, I ain't seen you in the hood. You ain't not like that. Hell nah. Fuck no. Nigga, we moving on. But you got to see the growth. And if I was to act like I was too big at that time, or I was bigger than what I was at that time, I wouldn't even enjoy that and did that.
No.
Fuck all that.
I gained a lot from this conversation with you and stuff. And I watch all my interviews after I do them. And there's some sauce for y'all, by the way. If you want to, I watch it because I watch the ones that like I really I get something from, and I got a lot from this. So, I know you got some projects we have to shout out before we sign off and stuff like that. Yeah,
Respect the Writer 3 coming out real soon. You feel me? My birthday, May 16th. You feel me? I might as well throw that out there real quick. Let razzle dazzle. Karma is out now. Y'all go stream that. And even Too Bad For You and Fuck My Ex music. Yeah. Like, and let me explain. Fuck My Ex music wasn't literally like Fuck My Ex, but I just felt like it came off better than Fuck My Ex's music. That just don't sound right. So I was just like, Fuck My Ex music. So yeah, y'all can go, download that, listen to that, let me know what y'all think. I really got a lot of music that's already out, but I got a lot of music that I'm about to put out that I was just holding on to. Like, I got a lot of songs that I want to ghostwrite for singers. So, like, I got a lot of songs where I've just been holding, where I'm like, I'm not singing this. Nope, one day I'm going to get a good singer and she's going to sing it the way I hear it. And I'm just like, bro, release all this shit. So I'm clearing out the void this year, and I'm going to start over. Yeah, I'm going to just get rid of everything. Everything must go.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited.
Too. Yeah.
A new start's always awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm super hard on myself, so like I just be like, no, this is not what I hear, or my voice was like this, my voice was like that, and I done heard songs where like I was like, no, this can't come out, I don't like it, and then heard it a couple months later and was like, bitch, you was tripping, like you can put it out. So that's where I'm at with the shit now, where I'm just like, just put the shit out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm super excited for you. I really do appreciate you coming back on here. When Curtis called me, honestly, I was kind of blown away, because I was like, damn, motherfucker's getting a second chance here. But not only that, but it meant a lot to me that you came back, just because it's like, I know my intentions as a person is to, I think so I don't got to explain it, but I think you sensed that, and that's part of the reason you came back too. But I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back. It means a lot to you. If I never got to see you again, I would have, or like talk to you again. I'm like, God damn, this sucks. Like, I can't talk to Rocky no more.
Because one time you caught me drunk.
I did. It was like, because I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Our shit's going crazy on all these social media platforms, and I was so fucking mad. I was like, I need to figure out why the fuck this is happening. I was so fucking mad. I'm like, bro, we're blowing up. Like, nobody's ever DM'd me more asking where a fucking podcast was than your episode ever. You know, usually I get like 5 or 6 messages like, yo, where that interview at? Rocky's was like, can y'all chill out? Like, I'm not her manager, first of all.
My voice went fucking viral, and I'm like, I don't even got this on my page. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I be on fucking Instagram or TikTok or some shit, and I hear my voice, and I just be like,
oh my God, yeah, that was another thing about the people who did the remixes to your shit. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? But that shit went so big, I called you. I was drunk as hell. I called Rocky. Yeah. She like posted some bullshit, and I was like, no, fuck y'all. I was like, all I remember when I called you was like, if you're gonna post that bullshit, we're posting my fucking podcast. That was the fastest growing viewed podcast I ever had. Like within the first day, it was at like 3,000 views, and we had to take it down within 1 hour. Yeah. The podcast clips went up instantly. I was like, no, why is that happening? Yeah. But not only that, that part didn't even bother me. More part of that bothered me is we weren't like, I knew like, oh fuck, I just severed our fucking connection, which killed me.
I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think y'all still got that footage.
Shit, I'll go crazy if you say put it back up. Cause we said so much legendary shit that I think even if God's seen it, he'd be like, I just learned some shit.
Man, yes. So honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I think even having this conversation now, it's like, I think, a little tweaking with it. And
don't lie to me.
I swear to God.
Are we good?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The gems in that motherfucking video.
Nah, I mean, it wasn't a pointless conversation at all. And again, like everything that I was saying. So I think, just a little editing. That's all.
Yeah, I'm on the floor with it. Got it.
Put that shit up.
Rocky, the legend, was in the building with us today. I'm super excited to see you. What you bring to the table, but also like, when I know I don't like to bring up other artists' name, but I'm going to do it because when Cash Doll was on here and she referenced you and Aaliyah as like the first people she's seen.
Yeah, people was DMing me like, Katie, she reached. Oh, well, they names call her. I be calling her Katie, but they like Cash Doll. She said your name and everybody, and I'm like, really? But I fuck with Cash Doll though. Like people really don't know like our relationship, but it's like, cause I just be chilling. It's like I'm really connected with a lot of people that really got heavyweight names for real, but like I don't do the most to look like I'm attached to them. But yeah, I fuck with Cash Doll. Like
when she brought you up, it made me remember like, oh my God, Rocky has been doing this longer than all of you, and she's been doing it like at a superb level for a long time. So seeing what's going to happen now and knowing that your name's still in circulation as high and prominently as it is super exciting. Yeah. I can't wait to see what you guys bring to the table with CrowdFreak, man. CrowdFreak, I know you guys have like a great team around you to help. And CrowdFreak has been nothing but the most professional, exciting venture that I've ever seen. I've been to you guys' events. The events are spectacular. I go to a lot of events, man, and there came a certain point where I was like, all right, bro, can y'all just please do what he's doing? Can y'all follow Curtis Lamar, his blueprint, and like, do something with that shit? Because, I know there's only one MMA mix, you know what I'm saying? There's only one UFC thing that everybody watches, and now there's all these new UFC like breakoffs that are trying to play off of UFC. Your CrowdFreak is what everybody needs to replicate as an event coordination, as like an event hosting group. You guys need to follow what the hell they're doing, because every time I go, I'm just having nothing but a great time. And everybody fucks with me at your events. I don't know what it is about CrowdFreak's events, but I'm like famous in those motherfuckers, man. Nah, like, motherfucker, I'm in that bitch. I'm famous in that bitch. Like I'm walking around, like every second I turned around, I was like, oh shit. It's like I want to fight me. Oh no, I already bet.
Right, like, so. Right. But it be the vibes and the energy and the attention that they put behind what they do too. Where it's like, when somebody just doing it for the money or just want to just make it look good. Oh, we brought this person out. We did this. We sold out. We did that. But it's like, y'all ain't put no love and care into this shit. Y'all just threw an event. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, they take that shit serious. They have meetings and it gets deep when it's a CrowdFreak event. Like, to the point where I be like, I want to just come to a meeting. Like, I just want to see what happens when y'all come to this. What the fuck do y'all be talking about, You know
people have canceled the interviews with me to go to a meeting because you have an event the day before?
Yeah.
Like, I can't. They're like, oh, listen, man. I got to be with CrowdFreak at 6 o'clock. Yeah. I'm like, motherfucker, what? Y'all have meetings about shit?
Yes.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm always so mad. Like, I get it. Like, it's a big moment for you. When people talk about performing at CrowdFreak, it's a big thing for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, Rocky. Love
Yeah.
ya. Thank you so
Love
much for
you.
being a part of this talk and being back, and hopefully you can come back again.
Of course.
Honorary guest, always welcome. Crowd
Yes.
Fake as well, you guys know. I'm doing a manager series soon. I'm doing
that's
like
dope.
the entrepreneurs of Detroit and Michigan, and so Curtis, hopefully you can come on
Sorry.
and be a part of that for us. We're at Parallel Sound Studio. High Low Visuals is shooting these productions. We're out. Peace.